Hi guys, welcome to a new podcast. It's JD and Paul, of course, and
What up?
we have some special guests with us today. We have Balvin, the Lord of Lords,
The game changer.
yes, and Gabrielle. Gabe, my buddy Gabe. Don't do this, Balvin. But yeah, we're here to talk about the one and only thing that matters in this day and age. In the last week, the PlayStation 5. It's finally time. Oh, the music just randomly dropped out. That's weird. Like, did I not put it on loop? I thought I looped it. No? All right, it's cool. We can keep talking. I definitely didn't loop that file. That's fine. There we go. So, like I was saying, we're here to talk about the PS5. Boys, do we want I don't even know where to start. How was it?
Well, for me, I was pretty excited actually watching the event.
Your graphics are making your mouth go slower.
Wait, what?
Your graphics were making your what's it called?
Okay, anyways. So
I think
the reveal was great. Huh?
Okay. Nothing, you're good. Sorry. I keep
Am I
talking.
fine
I'm
now?
sorry. I'm not bad. I shouldn't be talking over you. So disrespectful. My bad. This podcast is gonna be garbage, bro. No, I was kidding. Let's get it.
I think that the reveal was very, very great, very refreshing, very good, to get some excitement back in our lives.
Facts.
And it was nice to see an event that had a bunch of new games that we pretty much had never seen before. Before today. And if we had, it was a CGI trailer. We didn't know much about the titles, but we got actual gameplay for like 9 to 12 different games that we'd never seen before, of a bunch of different styles, to
Facts.
Cartoony action adventure games reminiscent to like back to the PS2 days, to really weird and trippy new ambitious titles like Returnal and PRAGMATA and stuff like that. I think it was a really good balance of new stuff we'd never seen before.
Facts. I feel that. I personally feel like this probably was one of the best Sony. It might have been one of the best Sony its own conference, but it's one of the best Sony things I've seen in a long time. I can't remember the last time I was hyped after watching a Sony like conference reveal. Maybe like 2015 or 2016 E3.
Yeah,
but
E3 of dreams.
I'm trying to remember the one where they announced Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, that was.
I was there.
2016 or?
I don't remember I don't remember what year it was, but I remember being in that theater, and I remember they had
2018.
No, it was earlier. Now it was like 2017 or 20. It might have been 2017.
It was 2016 or 17. It's one of those two.
Yeah, but that to me it gave me those similar types of vibes. But I don't know, Gabe, Paul. Sorry.
Okay, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say like it's good that what Sony did is because that Xbox presentation really left me really cold on this next generation. It was just like okay, there's certain games there, but they weren't like anything that was like, oh, this is the next generation of games that we can possibly be playing, or that didn't look that different from what is out now. So like it's like I was happy to see kind of like where I feel like the next advancement of technology is going to be in the PS5, which is like with the new SSD.
Yeah, I feel that. Gabe?
Graphics look dope. I think for PlayStation 5, I think like overall that feels next gen. That feels like a real console. I feel like it feels different from what we have right now, which is very important. Because usually, like, I feel like the console cycles, there has to be some kind of big gap to feel like extraordinary. Like GameCube felt different, just way different. And I feel like with this, looking at the PlayStation 5 demo and just like what they can render and how many assets they can have on screen is just like amazing. It's like you're playing a Pixar game or like a Pixar movie, matter of fact. So it's pretty sweet.
I liked it. I think, it's one of them things where I think off rip, it was definitely probably the best it was the best video game announcement of this year. That's the thing. Like, if I'm really, if I'm just thinking about a grand scheme of what's going on. Like, you know, we had Xbox come through with whatever they did, like the gameplay event, which wasn't much gameplay at all. And that was May, right? That was like early, mid-May.
Yeah, it's May.
Yeah. So I feel like after they kind of whiffed it on that, I think, you know, it's just Sony just came for the jugular and just like handed them an L low key. No disrespect, like, you know, I like Xbox, but
well, I think what happened is no matter what they do, Sony knows how to presentate. You know, they know how to present something to you, even if you don't care about what they're showing you. And they also learned if you don't have the heat, you don't have the home run slam for grand slam out of the park hit, you don't go first in revealing things. You never go first, because if you go first, that leaves I don't believe in the console wars thing, because I don't care. They're not paying me, but they're still competitors in the industry, right? So Sony has the upper hand after Xbox. Xbox's show could have been good, and they still have the upper hand because Sony has a month to prepare afterwards. But because Xbox, they communicated poorly what that show was going to be. They didn't communicate that it was going to be a mid show that was just going to be a kind of appetizer for the next show coming next month, which is their big show. Supposed to be their equivalent to the show that happened for PS5 a few days ago.
Right.
So they didn't communicate that properly, and that they're letting Sony control the narrative again ahead of time, and that's not good, because the presentation yesterday, the way they set up, they give you a familiar face of the head of a company or a developer. They'd say 5 words, then gameplay, right?
Yeah.
And also besides, because they had Zion in the crib on a C920 webcam on a Zoom call for his thing, but
he was looking away from it. That was the funniest part.
He wasn't looking at the camera.
He was like this. He was like, "Hey man, this is about to be the craziest. Yo, this." He was like this. He was like, "Yo, this about to be the craziest footage you ever seen, dog." So with that being said, NBA 2K21, baby. Hey, I was like, yo.
I was like, come on, bro. But like everybody else, all the developers and studio heads had they must have flew them out to the building or something, because they all had the.
I thought
crispy, pristine.
Wait, I was saying the developers. Or are you talking about the dudes who looked like they were damn near CGI?
Yes, yeah.
Were they? Am I tripping, or were they CGI?
No, they weren't CGI. They were real. What? They were real people.
I don't know though. They didn't feel. They didn't feel real.
It's just the cameras were just better than the human eye. Like,
I feel that
whatever lens they were using, all of the devs and the studio heads were flown out to the building to record that, because they all looked the same, and the quality was just magnificent. But they'd say 10 words like, "Hey, we're working on this. We're glad to show you this, and enjoy the gameplay." That's it. That's all I need to give me a familiar face or give me a familiar name. Get me excited. And show me a trailer.
It's funny.
They did that.
It's funny because
over and over again.
It's funny because that's usually Xbox's marketing ploy. Like if I'm thinking previous E3s, they usually don't say much. They usually just get right to gameplay. But this time but it's one of those things where when they want to release their consoles and talk about those from the jump, after 360 it was over. I can't even it's one of those things where they beefed it on Xbox One. And in my opinion, they just beefed it on Xbox Series X, in the sense of presentation and who's gonna make me buy their console day one.
Yeah, and and again, the whole thing is about going first. Xbox's people literally had them on Zoom calls. The quality of those cameras and those mics were ass for a company. Sorry, my bad. No, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the fact that they did do Zoom calls the same way some YouTubers do them and put green screen footage behind them, and it's not a real green screen. It's the Logitech, Forza green screen. Oh yeah,
for a company that made the internet.
True.
Literally, this is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they got them on Zoom calls. Come on, bro. But
Skype.
But that they set their own standard. And again, I knew going into it that show was not going to be as amazing as it was people were thinking it was. But Xbox didn't communicate that properly to everybody. People went in there expecting what we got 2 days ago from PlayStation. That's what they expected. So I'm hoping next month during their first party show where they're going to show their real stuff that we get something better, but way better presentation. I'm not really even worried about what they show, but more so how they show it. Because you have to communicate properly, bro. Xbox is a meme at this point. Like, they continue to mess up over and over again.
Hey, Sony a meme too, though.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the console memes.
Oh yeah. They were frying them, boy.
Bruh.
Yeah,
They were frying them.
I can't
boy.
lie. I can't lie.
My reaction was like, "Ooh, this shit is ugly as hell!" Right away.
Yeah.
Right off the gate. I was like, "It doesn't." I don't know. It just feels.
It just
doesn't feel like a console.
You know, it just feels like almost like it's one of them things where like I f's with it because it's futuristic, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, they know this is ugly. Like they know not that it's ugly. They know that this is like hella anime of them to do. Like
it looks like back when we were kids Googling PS6 fan images and those like outrageous designs people would design back in like 2004.
Yeah,
or what the PS4 looked like, or like what Goku Super Saiyan 7 would look like.
Mhm.
Like we would never see, like, we know this isn't real, but it's cool to look at. This is real.
It looks like
I
looks
hope
like those
so.
from a week ago, not even 6 years
Yeah.
ago.
Right, like the little, yeah, exactly. So I want to see it in person first. I want to see how it looks in person. But right now, I'm just kind of. But at the end of the day, it's a console. The thing, a lot of people are saying like it's a console. Doesn't matter how it looks. I'm gonna buy it regardless. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares. That's not a system seller thing, right? How it looks. Everybody knows that. But for me, I have like a little media center thing I like to set up, and have my consoles looking sexy and shit. And I don't want them to ruin that. That's all. but it's not. But nobody is gonna not buy it because it looks weird. Nobody cares.
Yeah, apparently it's like the specs that it's extremely tall, like taller than.
Yeah, I saw the picture. Yeah.
How tall is it?
They said it's taller than the Xbox One X.
Oh yeah,
Series
no,
X.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's taller than all current consoles. Like the only the thing. What was it that was I think the next closest thing was shit, I can't remember. What consoles do we have? I'm tripping. Oh, a PS3. A PS3 is the closest thing. My bad.
Dang,
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So what do you think design is better? Series X or PS5?
I personally like the Series X better.
I think the X is better.
I think it's one of them things where you can't put that PlayStation on its side, bro. Like
You can?
I know you can. I know you can, but I'm saying aesthetically, that shit looks stupid.
Yeah, it's gonna look weird.
It looks dumb.
Yeah.
So
Because it has a little floating base on it too, so it looks like it's floating.
that's my only issue.
It's not flush to the ground.
My only issue is that it looks just kind of dumb on that sideways joint. So
I've always liked what the Series X looks like. Honestly, I like.
I have
simplicity
too.
of it.
I was gonna
I
say
like the simplicity of the way it looks.
I think the Series X though is more the PC gamer in us enjoying it more than it is us aesthetically thinking it looks good. Like I mean, it looks like any mini PC case. So
But I like how PCs look. So I mean,
well,
that's-
obviously, but I'm just saying we have that
There's
preference. I'm saying PlayStation giving
there's
us
an
something
NTXT
new.
case that looks just like the One X, which I was like low key.
Mhm.
Even
I think I'd like it PC or not. I just like the way it's simple, and I could just like plop that bitch down anywhere, and it would work. Like
This is facts.
it-
Speaking of which,
you know
I
what I
should
mean?
be throwing up footage of what it looks like while we talk about it.
yeah, that'd probably be
Oh yeah,
smart.
let me see that.
Chill.
All right, so let's run that whole convo back. Right?
No, I don't care.
Hit play.
We're podcasting. You know what it is.
That it's totally.
Wait, say what?
No, that I was just trying to joke around. But
Oh.
no, like the PS5, it's just. I saw a mock of it being in all black, and that looks fine.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
wait.
don't
What's
know.
wrong with the white though?
I see. I know they went with the white because that, but look at all concept of all futuristic designs.
It looks-
White on
yeah.
black is the futuristic thing. Like because consoles have been, or PlayStation in particular, have been black forever.
Uh-huh.
They've always been black. So like going with the reverse white on black thing. Stop. The white on black thing. It just looks more futuristic with the way the blue light, you know, the ambiance glows off of it. It just looks like a Netgear Nighthawk to me.
Yeah,
it does.
It just looks like a Nighthawk router. I don't think anything. I want to see it in person. That's what I want to see.
Definitely.
That is the one thing that I'm missing from E3.
Yeah.
Because today we would have been like home from E3 talking about what we played at E3,
checking out the console.
Also,
yeah.
Question: How do y'all think the internet would react if Xbox came with this design?
Oh, they would roast it.
They would have flamed this thing up like it was the worst thing they've ever seen in their life.
They get no
Possibly.
sales.
Promise.
They get roasted.
They would have got roasted. It's easy.
I promise. They would have got. This is what right here. This shot right here. That camera's crazy. Whatever camera they used.
I thought he looked like a robot though.
They use a human simulator.
That's not real. Yes, he's not real.
Yes, it's a real person.
That's not real, bro.
Yes, it is.
That's not real.
Why would they waste money on CGI?
I don't know. Also, I'm just realizing now that I've been playing background music this whole time, so it just pretty much fucked the whole the audio version of this. I forgot about that because people like to listen without audio. It's all right. Sorry, guys. This one episode, you're gonna have background music. You'll deal.
They shouldn't have had the people talking over it and just been like, they should have been like, this whole conversation was ran on a PS5.
Oh, that would be
our faces.
See now, but listen, I would genuinely believe that based off of. Hold on, I'll show you dude's face. Where is it at? Where are we at? Right.
Oh man, Gran Turismo looked just beast.
It's the second dude who talks.
Play that game, but.
Well, hey, we got to get into those games. I was going to say, so presentation-wise, though, what do you guys give this? 10 out of 10? 5 out of 5?
Presentation-wise, 10.
Presentation, I give it a 9.
I give it about a 9, I think. It was dope.
This guy looks like a computer.
Okay, yeah, I can see why
he moving like a computer.
He's not a computer.
I don't know, bro.
It's the way he's keyed out. His edges are smooth.
I don't know about
that's the PS5.
Yo, that boy looks smooth.
That's just really good keying.
One more thing. This whole presentation is CGI.
And then like he brings his hand up and he just like fades out in dust.
I don't know about that, my G. I went to the wrong thing.
Shut up.
I don't know about that, my G. He looked like a computer. That was a computer. Stop. That was a computer I was just looking at.
Stop.
It wasn't?
Ray tracing.
That was the ray trace. That's what they've been talking about.
That's not what ray tracing is. Lighting. There's nothing.
Yes, it is. You don't know anything about video games.
Oh my god.
The light reflects off my shiny.
Also, I forgot to mention that we are live for those who are listening to this audio-wise. Also, I do apologize for the background music. I hope you don't hate it. If you do hate it, then I will never do it again. Fuck, I knew I shouldn't use background music. Listen, but now it'd be awkward if I went the whole other half of this without music. I can't focus. Listen, people who are live and watching this live, if you have any questions, we will answer those at the end. So be sure to keep those in the back pocket. But let me my notes, show notes, guys. You know, it's a professional podcast.
Show notes.
Get that Face ID going. All right, so. Honestly, we've already talked about a majority of this stuff, but I was gonna say since we're watching the stream go by right now, I think we can just talk in real time and low-key just give a real time response. I'll let the stream go by. I'll speed up the timing on it. Let's jump at the beginning. In the sense of how they came out swinging, how did you
do 1.5 speed? I'm
doing faster because it's a whole hour. Like we can like even though it's gonna go by, if we get stuck on a topic, I'll pause it. Oh wait, I'm not playing that for them, by the way. I'm only showing our face right now. No. Okay, if I'm gonna cover a game specifically, then we'll get into it, which we can.
Got you. Yeah.
Actually,
to be honest, when the conference started, I was kind of nervous at first.
Yeah, what you said made sense. 1.25 works. Sorry, what's that, Paul?
Yeah, me too.
I missed the question.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we pissed about? I missed it. What just happened?
They launched this thing with a new GTA.
GTA 6. I was ready.
Oh.
I didn't even think it was GTA 6. I thought it was gonna be like Bully or something. Like I thought it was like
here it is.
He said, whenever he said like, "Why did you move here?" Whatever.
Yeah.
I thought I 100% knew in my soul it was Bully 2. I knew it was Bully. There was no other way it wasn't Bully.
But you know, this pisses me off.
They played me. But
hey, Franklin.
But then once the trailer stopped playing, I was like, oh, well, wait a minute. This is still kind of fire. Because GTA is about to get a third console.
Well, that's what I was just about to go off on. Also, shout out to Unruly in the chat. What's going on, my dude? I like that. That's interesting. I wanted to say G. G was A B C D E F. I was about 2 letters away. Landed on D. That's fine. Listen, I was pissed when I saw GTA 5 and I was like, oh, they're giving. Balvin. I'm watching this. Paul, Balvin, Gabe. I'm watching this. And I'm like, oh, great. They're doing like a breakdown of the last, century or whatever, decade of games. They're giving us all this nostalgia. This is great. Maybe they're going to hint at GTA 6. When they said that this crap is going to be on the PS5, I was like, no. Y'all milking that. Stop milking it.
You could have not expected that.
I really did. I didn't think we were going to get GTA 6. I thought they were just going to wrap it up and be like, GTA, one of the biggest games ever, originated on PlayStation, and we're glad to be working with them. And if anything in the future comes, I don't know. I thought we would have got some words. I didn't even need a picture of anything. The fact that they said we're porting it to,
but here's, and on top of that, they're not only porting it. GTA Online is getting a standalone version in the halfway point of 2021. So it's gonna be GTA Online is gonna be a whole separate game.
What?
You can get it without getting story mode. Sometime next year.
That's actually kind of smart. But what?
That's how much money they're making off of this. Still,
I ain't gonna lie. That's our fault.
It is.
That's our fault, baby.
I can't blame Rockstar for being lazy or not wanting to make a new game. They're still making multi-millions.
You can't blame Rockstar for this game having a second coming, if not a fourth coming, with GTA RP and all the stuff that people use. Oh my god!
Let's see how many times have we bought it? 360, PS3, PS4.
I didn't buy on PS3, but are you just saying
4 times?
Bought this shit on Xbox.
You bought it on PS3 and 360? Why?
One launch?
Because here's the thing, bro. It just holds up so well. Like it still reeks of like 2013 with certain mechanics that obviously are behind.
Yeah.
But why would they make another one? And also, everybody, if you have GTA 5 on PS4, you're gonna get $1 million every month up until the PS5 release.
Yeah.
And you get the game for free.
Watch them bump all those prices up as soon as the PS5 version comes up.
Well, here's
nothing.
My only concern is, it's not even a concern. It's more just, hey, I would like you guys to just admit this is probably the best the best GTA you're gonna make, and then wrap it up. Because like the same way with how I feel Smash Brothers is, I don't think anything's topping Ultimate in the sense of what the game includes. Like they might make.
They're gonna make a GTA 6. I mean, they're going to.
You think so?
Of course, they have to. I think they're gonna take all this money they're making from 5. Oh my god, from 5, and make another $1 billion game and just go crazy with it.
My question.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. My question is, how long between now and when that happens do you think we have still?
For them to announce it or release it?
Release. I don't care about announcements. Balvin, this came out in 2013.
Oh yeah, I was mad when they said that GTA 5 is coming to PS5 in 2021. I was like, okay, not
even this year.
Not even this year. It's not even a launch game. So
what's funny though? Just depending on,
it's gonna be a while.
Depending on like what they mean by 2021 from when they released the PS5, it low-key might not even be that long. It could be like 2 months.
Could be, but I don't know. I kind of doubt it. I feel like they're gonna sell consoles. I think they haven't even really hinted at like a new GTA.
There's rumors.
There's rumors.
There's rumors, but there's rumors for everything.
Yeah.
Rumors for literally
They're
everything.
saying that like the next one's gonna be in like Vice City, and you can go to like their version.
I saw that.
Cuba.
I'll believe it when Rockstar shows me. I'll believe. I think it's gonna come out in 2024 or 5. That's where I'm sitting at.
Low key.
What I want
10 years makes sense now.
Yeah,
I could wait till 2023. I don't
and they
care.
just dropped Red Dead like 2 years ago, or less than that. So
What'd you say?
I said, and they just dropped Red Dead like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So
because I think they figured out. Because I mean, as much as this sucks, I think it's kind of disgusting how much money they're making, but it's not their fault.
Mm-hmm.
I think every game like Red Dead 2 went into production right after Red Dead 1 came out, right? So I think GTA 6 has been in development for like 5 or 6 years now. But the real push for development is probably gonna start 2 years from now. And that game, I don't think our brains can fathom what that game's gonna be like.
What if it's all the cities?
It's gonna be something ridiculous.
My thing is, if it moves like us, I'll be excited. I need that joint to move like us, breathe like us, talk like us. I need
brain in the game.
I need them to have streaming in the game so I can just re-simulate what we're doing right now with avatars.
I want to be a streamer.
You know,
I told gamers today we're gonna go to the club and shoot it up.
Yo, chill. No, I'm scared.
but I think GTA 6 is gonna be as much as I'll wait for it, it cannot be anything less than the video game that I imagined that would never exist 10 years ago. Like, I want to be able to do everything. I want to be able to skateboard. I want to be able to ride on bikes.
Damn, I didn't
go inside every building in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I will wait as long as you want. I'm a patient person. But it has to be something that every request we've ever wanted, everyone has to make it in.
Also,
you know?
I'm just now realizing how long this podcast is really gonna go.
It's gonna be a while.
Listen, because what you just said just shook me. Because dead ass, I want to be able to do every activity that is humanly possible in my real life in that game. I want to go to the laundromat. All right. I want and dead ass the skate parks that they have in that game, because the first mission or second or third mission when you're Franklin is to drop off something near one of those like skate park, like a whole park with a basketball court, but it has like a vert ramp and even a pool. And I'm like, bruh, why can't I skateboard?
Right.
But they're getting
there. There's like 4 skate parks in that game.
Yeah.
Because it's in LA. So I mean,
but to me they're getting close, because you can do like tennis, you can do golf. You can ride a motorcycle, you can ride a bike now, which is like
then even in the DLCs, they like you can go to the club, you can run a business, stuff like that.
It just takes
time. They have gambling in the game now, which is not cool, but it's cool. They're getting there. So I think they're gonna take all this and put it into the game that I imagined would, like, I want to be able to be a wrestler and go in there, like, I'm gonna follow my wrestling career in that game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit and become a drug dealer. Like,
I was a former wrestler.
I was also gonna say no, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna pass it over to Gabe or Paul or you, and I was gonna say we should not waste all our time on a game that wasn't even part of the PS5 announcement.
But that's the power, bro. That's the power of the game.
That's just now. Just now, I was like, bro, we're 29 minutes in. We haven't talked about one thing PS5 related.
But I think
that's potential. Though.
But I think we're like speaking for a lot of people.
Yeah, of course.
They open the show up with that. You know, they literally open the show up with, hey, GTA 5. Like, that's how much of a titan it is.
Yeah.
The unfortunate reality is we have to have this conversation because that game is that big. Yeah. I don't think half the conversations we have in this podcast will be that long because there's not much to talk about.
I agree with Belvin.
That's true.
I think that you with the new GTA, that whenever it comes out, you're going to be able to hopefully walk in every building, like that sense of scale, because like with this new hardware and software combined, it's just like endless possibilities really with that kind of stuff, where it's like all the assets are already preloaded. Like, you guys saw the Ratchet and Clank. I'm sure we'll get to that. But like, it's just like insane assets just keep getting thrown out, and they're warping while all these like thousands of polygons, probably billions, I'm sure, whatever,
100%.
are just like it's actually nuts. Like when you think of it that way,
It's scary.
yeah, it's like almost like life simulation status.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder what like the PS5 exclusive details for that game are going to be. It's like when they brought it from the 360 to the PS4, what first person? What's the hook going to be for PS5? VR probably.
What you mean, like a hook to buy the
That'd be
PlayStation
nice.
4? What was the hook for that?
Because remember, like when it was 360, it was third person, and then when you went to the PS4, then it was first person.
Oh, I forgot we were still on GTA. Yeah, no, that's true. I low key, but no, yeah, I forgot the first person view, which low key that made the game dope. Like, I mean, I didn't expect that, but that was that was like a real treat because you could see all the mayhem that you go through as a character in that first person view, like jumping out of an airplane, accidental, like you're dead, all that stuff. It was that was well done. That was well manufactured.
Absolutely, it added another sense of because the game already feels very realistic, like super like real, but that added another sense of reality to it. Like you're putting yourself there, and the fact that you could like change on the fly was so like. For back then, that was a wild concept because there wasn't really any other game doing that at the time. Being at that scale, at least, was going first to third person on the fly. Like, I think VR is probably a good guess. Paul.
It's probably going to be like when you switch characters between each other instead of it like popping out and then popping and just kind of go.
There's some more thing I can mention, but I want to wait till we get to the.
But that means we got to get a whole new headset and all that, like, right?
Yeah, for 3D audio, that's like one of the big things that they're touting with this.
They got to make it. They got to make that joint like seamless, though. I'm tired of plugging in like long cords for VR. Like, I need that thing to be wireless or to be like that Halo. Excuse me, the Xbox Halo HoloLens. Did that ever come out?
No, HoloLens never came out.
No, it still exists. The HoloLens 2 actually came out, I think, last year. It's still more of like you can buy it right now. It's still a
So what?
I didn't say anything.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. Oh, I thought I heard somebody. Yeah, HoloLens 2 is out right now. It's more of a on the development end still. It's still like they're still constantly. It's not a consumer thing yet, but you can buy it if you want to. You can use it like a consumer, but it's not in stores yet. It's on their website though. But let's go to the next game.
Hey, I mean, y'all excited about GTA? You can't help yourself. All right, so yeah, but obviously, next up on the joint, we got like the boy himself, Young King, Young Miles, man. Yo,
that somehow got controversy the day after because of
them because they tried to explain the standalone versus the whatever.
Yeah, because a Sony exec said that it was an expansion, wasn't a full game or whatever.
Yeah.
Then Insomniac came back and said no, it's a standalone game.
Yeah.
It's more in the light of like the Uncharted Lost Legacy type thing. I'm fine with. I doubt we would have got this. The launch window of this is holiday 2020, so it's gonna be a launch title basically. It's gonna come out with the system, so I'm fine with it being as long as it's a standalone game.
But you know what? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I felt like I came in real strong with that.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, consider it being its own standalone game, but also consider the fact that it's technically Spider-Man plus whatever the hell they're bringing to the game that is Miles Morales, because I'm sure it's the same engine. I'm sure it's hopefully we get the full city. I don't know, but maybe they open it up to different boroughs. I'm not sure. Maybe you get like a new I doubt you get a Jersey, but still I think this is going to be bridging the gap for the next Spider-Man game. Like
I think the next one you're gonna have the option to play as both of them.
That's what I
go back and forth. And they're gonna. This is like the tech demo basically, because what they could have did was just brought Spider-Man PS4 to PS5 and that was it with all the DLC. Right, simple as that. But instead, I think this is a great way to like give you that appetizer because they need launch games. We don't know what game is launching with it, and launching with a Spider-Man game is. That's a heat. That's heat. Yeah, exactly. So and it's Miles, and that trailer
for a while for a Miles.
Like everybody has, especially after Spider-Verse. Like that's money. That's a sell. That is a system seller. That is quite literally a system seller. Is to play that.
You know what? If that game, I will buy a PS5 day one if that game has digital Jordans.
Yo, bro,
I will buy that shit.
I was talking to a friend about that. The alternate costume possibilities with that.
Oh, you give me
if they do the
Spider-Verse
with the Spider-Verse one
with the hoodie. I'm talking about before without him wearing the mask. Like you can wear the green hoodie, red Jordans, black and red Jordans. I don't know. I'm hyped.
Oh, he wears he wears a suit with the hoodie at one point. I'm pretty sure.
My bad, Paul.
Yeah, he does. But like, what's it called? Because in the Spider-Man DLC right now for the current game, you can use the Spider-Verse version of Peter Parker.
Oh, that's cool.
Right,
we about to load that up right after this.
And they have the Tobey Maguire one as well.
Yeah.
So if they have the rights to use those,
there's no way.
It's a Sony movie. There's no there should be no. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so clean. That's gonna be.
But in my
clean.
brain, I'm just thinking to myself. So we're getting. Not even that. Has anyone here beaten the Uncharted standalone joint? How was it, Paul? And how much time would you say you actually put into it?
About 20 hours ish.
20?
Yeah, it wasn't that long of a game. It felt like a good chunk of game from what I played. Can I beat it?
It's enough to be its own game.
I was gonna say if you marathoned it, what would it have been? 20 or like 8 or 10?
Some people are saying 10. Some people are saying I say 20. But I Skyrim games. I don't like just go through to the end. So I don't know. But like for me, like with Spider-Man is like my favorite part of that game is actually just swinging around the city.
Yeah.
That's it. I still play the original Spider-Man just to swing around the city for like 10 minutes and then cut it off. That's all I need to do.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a game that bridges the gap between the sequel. I think once you beat the game for Miles Morales, you're going to see, because I think another reason why I'm glad this is happening is because this game is probably going to tell you and show you Miles and only Miles' story, right? And after he gets the powers, his life, how he gets the suit, how he gets into the mold of being Miles Morales, being Spider-Man. Yeah. How that affected him, how that affected his family. They might bring his uncle into it, the Prowler, stuff like that.
What I want to play.
We're gonna get all that in that game, so we don't miss that in the sequel.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's how I see it.
You think it'll bridge to the movies? Like in the sense of like,
I don't think it'll bridge to the movie. If they do, that'd be crazy.
I think they will. I really think they will.
Yeah,
I think it's possible.
Some kind of crossover.
Anything is possible with Spider-Verse stuff because they can just add this. This is technically speaking, this universe is canon to the comics because it's a separate universe. There was a comic series that came out after the game about the version of Peter Parker in this world. So technically speaking, literally anything is possible. We can see this Miles and this Peter interact with the Miles in the Spider-Verse movies.
That'd be
or vice versa.
And like, really is like, even in the Spider-Man DLC, there's been hints that Peter's been training Miles. It's like he'll call him on the phone and he'll tell him like, "Hey, Peter, like I just jumped off a bridge and I broke my toe." He's like, "Why'd you do that?" He's like, "I was trying to do what you taught me." Yeah. So like in the DLC, like it makes sense that Miles is like Spider-Man now because Peter's been training him off screen. But my favorite part is I just want to see J. Jonah Jameson complain about a black Spider-Man.
What?
There's two of them.
Does he complain about them in Miles' story? Is he even in the canon of that?
I think so. I haven't like read a Miles since before the first reboot.
Okay.
Because they've rebooted it a few times.
Okay.
Since then. But
I feel that.
In this universe, J. Jonah Jameson has got a podcast and all he does
is
complain about Spider-Man. And now that there's two, I just want to know what he's going to have to say.
I mean, I'm hyped for Spider-Man. It's that simple. Like low-key, me seeing it was like, crap, I didn't beat the DLC in the original game. I need to go back, run it back. Let me play it real quick. Switch between
Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah, I don't have all the costumes, all that.
It always hits the heart.
Yeah, it goes. I'm letting the.
Did you beat Spider-Man?
Yeah, did you?
I got close. I was super close to beating. I should have.
You still can. You own it.
Or do I? I don't know.
I know that next up on the games list we had Jesus Christ, what's this thing called? Gran Turismo?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, and that, you know, obviously.
Man,
When was the last? When was the last one? Was there a 6 on PS4?
GT
Sport. It wasn't a
GT,
full.
yeah.
I know the last Gran Turismo I played was on PS1, so it's been a while.
Almost
they had
PS2
support on PS4, which was cool. I think it was. I mean, it wasn't 6.
Yeah,
it was cool.
I know that this was that game that I accidentally held on to a little too long back in the day when I went to Blockbuster, and ended up with it thinking it was a trash game, and then continued playing pretty consistently because you know, the original Gran Turismo, it was like a Final Fantasy game, if not Gran Turismo 2 or 3. I can't remember. It must have been 1, I think. It was like triple. It was like 3 discs or something, from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know that
was,
Paul would know.
yeah.
I'm sure we went to the same Blockbuster at the same time. I'm sure we went together.
Look at this.
To rent.
This interface. I love a janky interface. Card game.
You know what? I don't like the fact that they pulled
like a phone game.
this like interface from what feels like Need for Speed type of storylines.
Ugh.
It's not ugly, but the UI is just very like, hey, want to go for a race? It's
arcadey.
Yeah.
Hey, we're racing for pink slips.
Hey, bro.
Gran Turismo Street.
I heard
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I heard the feds were on ya last week. So
Might want to do the dash.
it looks clean though. Like, it's one of them things where if I was one of those
beautiful,
if I was one of those people who invested in the at-home racing gear chair, like a T-Pain, I think the T-Pain has one. I've seen him on Twitch playing it.
Hey.
If I invested in something like that, I feel like I'd be way more inclined to get Gran Turismo. I'm sure maybe I'd get it. I probably would get it just to play it if I knew like y'all would buy it or other friends. Like, hey y'all, let's hop on and play.
Let's go race for a little.
Yeah, let's go race for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't need it day one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always impressive, but it's just like, you know.
Yeah, it's
cool.
for me. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
more of a like. There's Forza, and then there's Forza Horizon. I'm a Horizon man more than Forza because I like
Yeah.
the pretty graphics, but in like an open world, and you can actually do it. I don't like just straight track racing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I like the Dirt series or something like that, not just like.
I like both. I prefer obviously Horizon arcadey stuff, just driving around the city and having freedom. But I can like coming up in, you know, going to arcades and stuff. I used to love the, like JD said, the sit down racing things, and you like race against like 80 of your friends type shit. Like, that's always been super fun to me. So yeah, if y'all said, hey, let's get GT7, I'm a cop GT7. Like, if we would race together, that's just fun, you know. Like, but it's not something that if I were to get a copy sent to me, I would lay in my bed and play it all day. But I don't know if I'd ever buy it because it's not something that I would invest a lot of time into, especially when it gets to things like tweaking little car things and stuff like that. Like, I have a lot of other stuff to do, bro. Like, there's a lot of work to change the exhaust and change the horsepower in the engine, and you know, like, it's gonna be a cool car.
It's one of those things where what was it? There's 3 games that were very much for car enthusiasts, like more than just racing. Like, you're a car enthusiast, which it would be Gran Turismo, Forza, the original, you know, Forza itself, and Project Gotham Racing. That was like the last one that actually
became Forza.
Is that where that became?
Yeah.
Is really? I didn't know that. Well, then there it is. So Forza and GT or Gran Turismo are the only 2 that I know you got to actually be a car enthusiast, in my opinion, outside of just a gamer who wants to just race a car. Because you don't even, you know, you don't crash like you would want to crash. You don't hit side bumps like you want to crash. It's one of those things where that's where Need for Speed steps in for me. And I'm like, okay.
You know what was a good mix of those? I feel like they need to bring back Midnight Club. For like the good versions, like PS2.
Midnight Club was trying.
That game was.
It was fun, but it was trying way too hard to be a Fast and Furious movie. That was my only issue.
Yeah, but that's what was so fun about that.
I liked.
They leaned into it.
I played like all of them, even the 360 one. Did not like the 360 one very much. I did like Dub Edition and stuff on PS2, but like Gabe said, like I think that was because I played Need for Speed as well. But the one game that I vividly remember like going in and tweaking my cars was Midnight Club.
Yeah.
I was in there really changing engines, tires,
Really?
wheels, everything. Yeah, Midnight Club was but the thing is, Midnight Club, that was for us, like the soundtracks. Like I was riding around in these nice cities to Manny Fresh, you know? Like,
True.
you know what I mean?
But see my I was gonna say my thing is what Midnight Club is to you, that was Need for Speed Underground for me. And
I loved Underground as well. It's just,
No, Balvin, I think I turned off every single track except that Manny Fresh. Just let that loop for 5 hours.
Wait, which one was the which game, or was that I was gonna say that was my bad, I'm tripping. I'm thinking about Tokyo Drift. But I was about to say, which game was the one where you could hear
You had it on Xbox. You can play that.
Like I know one of them. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say one of them games. I think either had it or if you had it.
Dirt?
No, just that song. But like if you had like Need for Speed on 360. Remember back in the day, Paul just said, you could sync up some sort of like cloud music thing to it, and you could play.
You can copy your CDs to the Xbox hard drive.
Yeah.
But remember, couldn't you also plug in like your iPod and it play off of it like multimedia device?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I swear,
we had like a
multimedia device
or something.
Yeah, multimedia devices.
I feel like we're dinosaurs talking about this.
Multimedia device is exactly what it's called. I'm so mad you remember that.
I'm sure. I'm like witty. I'm witty. I'm ready to do it.
Multimedia device is exactly what it's called.
Yo, hold up. You gotta do the anime. You gotta do the anime glasses. You gotta do the dun 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 dun. Yeah, no, that's dead ass what it is, dog. Multimedia device, but
multimedia device,
bruh. Yo, I don't know. I'm excited. You know, future of gaming. I know.
Going back to this, yeah, shit looks clean. Like it's every card game looks so good each generation, and this is like just one of them where it's just insanely clean. At some certain points, you can't even tell that it's a fake car.
See, those are the ones that scare me. Like I remember when I played, I think Forza, whatever the original Forza drop was on Xbox One, and Forza 5. I got that, and I remember playing that, and I was like, yo, I'm like I'm wincing at my TV because I'm like, yo, I'm like, is that? It looks real. This is like, and that's I think the closest when it comes to the technology that we all are like expecting and wanting in the future. I think car games are like the closest to be able to get to it. Like you can't really get humans right yet, but cars are, I feel like they're such smooth assets and polygons that you can almost recreate exactly what a car looks like.
Yeah,
like down to the sounds. Yeah, like like you get some good headphones. There's like a good like speaker system, and you will still sound like the car is literally there. You're inside of it. Like, and even going to first person view and seeing the interior, the seats, the leather,
the car change,
fiber. Yeah,
exactly. It's ridiculous. It's always like, even though I don't play them all, or if I only play them once every so many months, it's always going to be very impressive.
Yeah, and then you ruin it with this crap.
Stupid UI.
And then you ruin it with the UI. Hey, want to go for a race? I can hear her voice. Wait, I gotta see. She has text on the screen. What does it say?
You upset the local gang.
It says, and this is your home. It's where your garage is storing your favorite cars.
Look how stupid her hat is.
Yo,
why is she wearing this plain hat?
She's like obsessed girlfriend.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. But then look at this, like that right there, bro. You're throwing me. Like me looking at this, I'm like, oh, we're looking at a website, right? This is a website. This is a car on Maserati's website that I can order.
Right.
And then you get into the interior, like they're gonna show some of like this. You pause it and obviously you can tell. But it looks too clean.
Like why?
I don't know.
Why is it so detailed? It's so crazy.
It's beautiful, bro.
It looks so good, dude.
It's nice. Like, let me get that.
I need this whip.
I need
Real
it.
talk. I haven't been. Well, we haven't been outside in like 8 years because of the apocalypse. But
That's true.
The,
everything looks good right now.
Whenever the pandemic's over and stuff, I haven't been to like an arcade kind of place in a while. Do they still have the little like 9-car racing setups across the boards, like get in and drive together, or no?
So I don't think not 9, but they'll have like 2 or 3.
I know they have. They never got rid of the 2 or 3. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Like
well,
Mario, all those old games.
But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like the one in the back of the building that have like 8, like a long row.
Those are some of those are kind of specific arcades. Paul, remember they used to have that at Universal. They
probably have them at the bigger places still.
At City Walk.
Like if they had Gran Turismo or something like that, now that would be sick.
Be nice.
You know, I've been
cool because like when you hit a bank, like it'll just like turn the car that you're in.
Yeah. They put you in like a legit like a carriage that's being like. I've definitely played
crash,
that.
It'll bump stuff like that. Like
I remember whipping kids in what's that game?
I thought you were about to say Trump.
No,
like wait, hold on now.
Hydro Thunder.
Oh, facts. Yeah, also, I guess we can move on into the next game because it's the best one to show off.
Oh man,
this was the game with the show to me. Like as far as tech demo goes,
you think
this is I don't think anything top. I have games that are higher on my personal interest list, but I think as far as showing off the PS5, this was the most impressive thing to me.
Low key, this might be the most impressive game I've ever seen in my life. Just up until this point, literally, like you can't argue that this was not like technically impressive.
Because you don't really realize. Because first thing we noticed, it looks like a Pixar film, like Gabe said. It looks like a Pixar movie moving in front of your eyes. But whenever the real PS5 is this part right here,
the way he's just
from level to level.
Just look at the background, like all the stuff they have.
You can see the cut though. I'm still seeing what I don't know if it's something in editing or if it's just something in gameplay. Like not there actually. That was pretty smooth. But one or two of them,
I know what you mean.
It's like you can see a pause for like a.
I see. But that's like I think that's the dimension warping effect. Of them, like jumping in and like changing the timeline, I guess.
Yeah.
But all this is happening real time.
Yeah,
I feel that.
There's a gameplay demo later on. That shows it happening.
My question:
there's gonna be like no more like everybody crawls through that little small tight corridor to get to the next part while the level behind.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was through the cavern,
but I was gonna say
it's already loaded.
But I was gonna say, do you think
Lord Craft's gonna be sick?
Do you think using Ratchet and Clank is a good way to show this off, or do you think it's kind of a you don't think it's in any way like a scapegoat because it's so cartoony and the graphics are not as complex as some other games?
The reason why I think they're smart and ambitious for doing this is because one thing that made me really happy with this conference is there was no Uncharted or Last of Us there. We've seen the human realism, shoot 'em, bang, bang, all that every year. Every year we get a new open world 3D action adventure starring the same protagonist with the same story. We got to go save somebody. We got to go shoot them up. I like those games, but I feel like how many times, give me a break. You know what I mean? Like I need time away from that. We haven't had a good mainline AAA 3D action adventure that's in an arcade cartoony style, right? I think going with the Pixar level animation and showing off like the polygons and how much jumping from dimension to dimension is some of the most, I don't know what more you could show me that's not that impressed me, just to be right now at least, you know what I mean? Like what, their face is moving.
I get that.
Really
That's true. That's true. Because at the end of the day, it's about how smooth the gameplay is and how graphically how graphically stunning it is, and that thing hit the mark on both. So I get that.
And following after that trailer, we got like a live 7-minute gameplay demo showing it in real time.
Oh, was there gameplay? There was gameplay.
So
I forgot about that part.
Things that are in that little trailer, which people don't point out, is like there's ray tracing everywhere. Like, if you look at the ground, you can see like the reflections of everything on the ground as it's supposed to be. Clank is like ray traced, like it's like you're seeing the technology at work in like the fact that nobody's like really pointing it out is kind of like it's good like that because it's just so it looks like how
It's natural. Yeah.
It's seamless.
Yeah, because like what ray tracing is just like a little. I explain like I'm 5 to chat. If who doesn't know, it's natural dynamic lighting. Because lighting in video games that you see it before now is pretty much fake. They have to go in there and make that lighting look like that. And if you were to if you're developing a game with lighting stuff like that, if you put a object in front of it, the light rays that they create are just going to go through it because the game is not designed to dynamically change that. But with ray tracing, which is the new technology, any lighting in the game is dynamically happening by AI and it's happening real time. So if I were to put Ratchet in front of any light source, it would automatically dynamically change and add shadows behind me, stuff like that. And like Paul pointed out, look at the ground.
Look at his reflection.
Look at the ground, the purple lighting coming in, reflecting immediately off of the glass beneath him. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
all dynamically happening.
It does look like the kid, because did you guys play the 2016 Ratchet and Clank one that was based off the movie?
It looks this good. It's just like
it's a little like the level. I can feel the higher grade of it. Like I can see that in my opinion, it's similar to the graphics of the last one, but something about it feels next gen. Like it doesn't feel like it's the same game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Definitely.
You can see it. Like you can and I recommend everybody watching and listening to go to PlayStation's channel and watch the 4K version of this trailer.
Yeah.
Like because what we watched on the stream was I think it was 1080/30. Go watch like the direct quality version and you will even then see a much more significant difference.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's gorgeous. But yeah, I definitely think this is a great way to change it up, you know? Because if they were to show me another Uncharted Last of Us type game, I wouldn't care. It is what it is. Like it's amazing, but that's been the standard this whole generation was who can make the most realistic looking game. And to be honest, nobody's gonna impress me more than Last of Us 2 or Red Dead right now.
Yeah, it's just smart because they're going back to like platformers and fun games because there's like more new technology to increase that experience. And I feel like that's just a smart thing to do is like go back to, PS1 style games, but with 2020 graphics.
And you could show it off more with like the colors and lighting and weird abstract sci-fi things that happen in these kind of games. Like
and another cool thing that they're doing is like they're showing the whole crowd, like there's citizens in those areas, like there's extra characters. Because usually it'd just be Ratchet by himself in an area, walking down the lane. Monster closet, time to fight everybody. But now they're seeing people like reacting to what's happening. Also, it's also showing like the scope of the game. So
yeah, I think they're showing a lot more of what they're capable of because you can definitely see like the extra NPCs who are reacting and moving within the backgrounds and the foregrounds, which is something that usually at that point it's only enemies. So I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they're really utilizing all of that to show you how capable the console and the games are. So
yeah, it'd be cool to like go back now with just seeing Ratchet and Clank. Like if they did a Crash Bandicoot now, that'd be sick. Like a brand new one. Like
give me all the platforms.
I mean, Ratchet and Clank. That would be a dope one if they rebooted from like oh my goodness, if they gave you
Jack, bro. Give me Jack.
People love Jack. People like Jack and Daxter. I'm a Ratchet and Clank boy though, but
I like both.
Yeah,
but I think Jack and Daxter is a more like, it's not more adult, but different themes. It's thematically different. Different world, different goal, different. If they drop Jack and Daxter right now, they can make Jack and Daxter older. They can make them a bit more mature and have it. You know what I mean? But draw that allure back to us. I think they could definitely do a perfect draw to every, like an Avengers thing. They could draw to adults and kids with it. I think Jack would kill it right now. That'd be so cool.
Somebody was saying like, what if like this Ratchet and Clank is like, since he's hopping dimensions, he hopped into the Jack and Daxter world.
That'd be sick.
I mean, that'd be cool, but they got beef though. Because low key, in my opinion, I remember Jack and Daxter coming out before it, and I remember like Sony trying to use those characters as somewhat of mascots, like in the sense of like passing the torch from I don't know, maybe like Sly Cooper in the sense of that kind of character. And then out of nowhere, Ratchet and Clank came out, and Insomniac Games just, I think, you know, kind of was like, "Yo, what's up, gang? We better than you," and it's like we're the same thing except we're cooler. Like, I don't know. And now
Ratchet is definitely more popular. We got a movie.
Yeah, I think he might be just more.
There definitely was a movie, huh?
Well, the movie was the 2016. What's the game? Which was
attached with the movie? With the game, excuse me.
Which I didn't understand. I was like, why are they making this? This is out of left field for me. I don't see a reason for this.
I feel like
but
Ratchet and Clank would be a better like a cartoon show, like an animated show.
To me, it just didn't have enough buzz in the sense of, oh, we just haven't made a game in a few years, but hey, here's a movie and a game. I was like, who's the audience for this? Kids don't know this character. But
also, what you have to consider now, a big difference now is PlayStation owns Insomniac.
Yeah.
Like PlayStation bought Insomniac now, so that's like this is their in-house title. And there's a lot more funding going into this. A lot more resources going into this. There could be a lot more pushing going into this. Like they're definitely they're pushing it not only just for us, they're for everybody. You know, that's why they put it in the trailer or in the PS5 showcase. It's because they're not gonna let it get swept under the rug like the movie and remake did. Like this matters more to them. This is like a flagship title, in a thing. And also, didn't Naughty Dog make Jak and Daxter? Am I tripping?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. I think so. Naughty Dog and Insomniac Games, low key, they low key rivals. In the sense of like the type of stuff they make. It's like one makes I was gonna say Naughty Dog's got more serious games in the sense of Last of Us and Uncharted. But then you put that up against Spider-Man, Morales, also not Morales, but Spider-Man and Spider-Man Morales, and then you got Ratchet and Clank versus Jak and Daxter. You got Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot's kind of old school, so I don't even know if Insomniac has anything to go against that. But you know, they didn't make Spyro, did they? Sorry, what'd you say?
So does it really matter if they're both owned by Sony though?
No. Wait, Sony owns both of them?
Yeah.
Damn, that's cold. That's cold. Also,
they've had Naughty Dog forever. They just got Insomniac earlier this year.
Yeah, that was like middle to early 2019, like right after the success of Spider-Man. They were like, "Oh yeah, we need you." But you know,
we need that.
That's unique in my opinion because I don't think Sony buys a lot of companies. Like Microsoft is known for buying a lot of studios.
Yeah,
but Sony
hasn't needed to because they've had these companies for like 20 years.
Yeah, because like which ones are like loyal to Sony? It's Naughty Dog now. It's Naughty Dog, Insomniac now. Was Konami one of them?
No, Konami was his own company.
Yeah, and like Capcom's not.
But Konami did have a level of loyalty to Sony though, because
with all the
now not as much, but yeah, they have.
They bought Kojima.
Oh, they got Santa Monica Studios, which makes God of War.
That's
Sony Santa Monica.
Yes, I don't know. But who makes that? Who makes those?
Sony Santa Monica.
I don't know.
It's literally Santa Monica. Yeah, Sony Santa Monica.
And then this whole
they have like Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, if you notice before every trailer, there's the PS Studios. That's something I'm not used to seeing. What is that?
Brand? That's new.
Is that just the branding?
That is a new. So it was originally Worldwide Studios. It was PlayStation Worldwide Studios, and I think now PlayStation Studios.
PlayStation Worldwide.
Because they have PlayStation Studios not only for games, but they have a division strictly for movies and anime and TV shows now. They have a couple movies that coming out in production under that as well. But PlayStation Studios is literally just it's the teams under that hub of games for like Guerrilla Games, who make Horizon, another one. They made Horizon and Killzone. Yeah. They have like I think Bloodborne is under that too. Not from Soft entirely, but Bloodborne's game was under
PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah,
I feel that.
The Gran Turismo devs are under PlayStation Studios. All that. But do y'all want to talk about this game now?
Yeah, I let it play in the background.
Come out?
Well, you don't think it's ever? I'll run it back. Project Athia or Athia.
So when I first saw this, boy, I was like, man, what is this? I'm waiting, like the little opening, cutscene's cool, But when the gameplay started, I was like, yo, don't show me this. Because I'm not going to play it for like 2 or 3 years. And we need more games like this.
Make that
That's
5.
if it comes out though. That's the issue. Like my problem with
I'll be right back. Sorry.
My problem with Square Enix is like they'll show games that look hella dope but never come out.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, right at the beginning of the console.
But
remember Deep Down from the PS4?
yes.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that. Never came out. They showed some other game.
I don't think, but this is a PS5 exclusive though. I don't think that Sony would show this without some kind of a release window given to them. But on top of that, this game looks so fired. Oh my god!
I thought it's got like good avatar like earthbending. In there.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know who's making this, right? Not Square Enix, the team under Square Enix who's making this.
The Final Fantasy 15 people, right?
Yeah, it's the division under Square Enix, the team of all the Final Fantasy 15 people. Yeah, Luminous Productions is making this. And their game came out, so I think it'll come out. I don't think it's gonna come out anytime soon, but it's gonna come out eventually.
Whenever it comes to Square Enix games, is either it's not coming out anytime soon, or we're waiting like 12 years.
You're 100% right. Oh, 100% right.
When 7 Remake got announced, we didn't see that thing for like, that thing went into deep dark,
that
years.
It was years.
And we didn't even get the full thing yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I okay. Well, did you guys beat it?
Which game?
No, I didn't.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to just keep. Just move past that.
Which game?
But yeah.
We're talking about Project Athia, JD.
Oh, never mind.
What's your opinion?
It looked cool. I don't know. It reminds me of Final Fantasy with like less swords, I guess, because it's made by the same team who made 15, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't remind me of Final Fantasy.
It doesn't remind me of it, but it looks like it could have influence. Like, I'm not surprised.
It definitely. Oh.
Yo, did he fall? You good? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, am I tripping? Did I just see a man fall? What was that? Yo, you good, bro? Yo, Paul, we gotta call the doctor? What the shit was that? Yo, pull your pants up. What the fuck? What? Yo, Loki, I didn't. Yo, wait. I was like watching that happen, and I was like, oh, I don't think this is really happening right now. Are you good? What the hell? I thought you reached over to grab something, and your whole. Where your mic go?
Oh.
Yo, dead ass. That was funny as hell.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? I'm so glad. Yo, somebody clip that and zoom in on that shit and edit it and send it to me. What? I don't know what just happened. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I really had no idea. Like 1 second I feel like I was talking, and the next second he was on the floor. And I was not really paying attention.
That's
oh my
so
god.
funny.
Let us know when you're good, Paul. But yeah, back to Project Athia. I was gonna say, I was just saying, I'm interested in what Square Enix comes up with, and it feels like, in my opinion, it's one of those games where, similar to Scalebound, I'm like, it looks a little unbelievable, but I'll wait, and hopefully we get a chance to enjoy it.
Yeah, hit play, because there's a specific thing here that like this kind of gameplay, we need more of this. We need you know what I mean? Like, we need a superhero. I like how many women protagonists there are leading in these games.
Yeah, it's great.
There's a lot of women-led games in the show, but I like the world. The world looks cool. Big dragon, fantasy world, girl looking for some lost thing, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want more games that you saw she was scaling across rocks and like pulling roots from under the ground. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't have anything like that right now. The last one we got was like Infamous, I think.
Yeah, Paul's back. You good, bro?
Yeah, I pulled my hammy on going down, but I'm good.
Why did you fall in the first place?
I was leaning back trying to adjust my leg because I sit cross-legged
In your chair?
Yep.
Okay.
And then when I pulled back, I pulled a little too far back, and your boy took a tumble.
Glad you're okay, man.
Yeah, we're glad you're here, still here with us. Man, that was funny.
My food's about to be here in like 2 minutes, so yeah.
Oh, everybody postmating? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
My food in the kitchen, man.
I grabbed a donut. I'm trying not to chew into the mics though, guys. With that being said, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Game looks good. I think we can move on to
the. Say about it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, for some of these games, it's like one to two sentences is what I think we can get through. Because at the end of the day, you know, there's more. Like, it's one of those things.
This joint
looks good
right here
with the cat.
Like,
oh man,
looks like an episode of Love, Death plus Robots, like the Netflix animated special. That's what I immediately thought of with this like really weird universe they throw us into that looks gorgeous art, like style wise. Like
it's got that post-apocalyptic lo-fi.
Yeah, exactly, like the cyberpunk type stuff. Like there are homeless people with robot faces.
No, they're homeless robots. They don't.
Yeah,
they don't realize they don't require homes because they're robots. But still,
but like, look at the colors, man.
Yeah, it looks really good.
The color grading in this, the LED lights, like whatever
the ground,
whatever this world is. I want to play it. The robots. I want to know why everybody's robots. Where are the humans at? Like,
and what's with the delivery cats or one delivery cat?
What is this? This is just the.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about robots wearing hoodies. I'm a little not in a bad.
It never stops, bro.
Huh?
It's got a drone.
The robot has a drone.
The cat has a drone.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And I'm not speaking in some sort of. Like right here with the dude with the hoodie. I'm just like, why? You don't need it.
Drip never stops, bro.
The drip never stops. And I like it. It's like what? Post-apocalyptic in some sort of like Japanese or Japan type of vibe? Or
yeah, it's like cyberpunk, some kind of futuristic world. I don't know. I guess you play as the cat, I imagine.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Everything I see. I like that I have to even question what this is. You know, I like weird, different stuff because we usually see all the same things. You know, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It looks cool.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. What comes up next? Is it? It looks like they. Well, they do all these teases. How did you feel with all these in betweener screensaver screens that they kept showing? In between, because I was like, oh, they're gonna show that console. They have to. They're gonna. And even here when they started talking about the 4K,
every time they did one of these, I thought we were gonna see something.
Like a sneak peek.
Yeah, I think, but this goes back to presentation. Like this is sick. Like I don't really care, but it looks cool. You know, like it whatever. Like these little. Like I thought for sure right here we were gonna see something else.
Oh no, especially with the controller showing haptic feedback, left and right triggers.
Also, while we're here, let's tell me this real fast. The controllers. So we finally get to see like the haptic feedback and adaptive trigger thing that they're talking about.
Yeah,
that excites me a lot, and it's a motion sensor which was in the last controller. That excites me a lot. And the 3D audio as well. All these things really excite me because this is part of next gen. Is beyond just games looking good. Feeling in games is very, very, very important. Like the Switch Joy-Cons, they have haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. But they don't have the triggers, they have haptic feedback. With the 3D rumble and stuff where you feel the vibrations in certain places and stuff like that, like specific vibration they explain, like with the adaptive triggers and haptic feedback, you're gonna actually feel like you're drawing a bow. You're gonna actually feel like you're shooting a gun. It won't just vibrate and just feel like it's random vibrations. It'll actually feel like you're doing these actions through the controller's responses. And that is super sick to me. And I really want to see what that's like.
Yeah, I want to. My bad, Melvin. I mean, it's kind of like what Microsoft was trying to do with their controllers last generation.
Mm-hmm.
But that felt like the halfway between what we're getting now, and that's the one thing I miss about E3 is like I wanted to like try that in person.
Yeah,
that's the perfect tech demo, because like they did that with the Xbox One controller. They were just like, here's the controller demo. I was like, here's the start of a car. You can feel it in the rumble in the trigger.
Yeah, that was dope. I remember that.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just feeling it in your hands is like a whole dope thing about E3 too.
I was gonna say with the controller,
My food's here.
they're keeping that audio thing in there because they want the controller to talk to you in certain games.
probably. I think the built-in mic and the little all of that is the built-in mic and the speaker thing. I think there's gonna be a lot of games that take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, think of a horror game, for example, like Silent Hills.
Yeah, and they need
where
to.
if you make noises, the monsters will like come get you, or like, you got to be quiet, or if you scream, you're gonna get chased. Or I saw a really cool concept a few months ago where imagine you're playing a horror game, right? And there's a passcode or some kind of thing you have to do where you have to say something. Let's say you have to say a phrase or a key term or numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine if the game itself, there'd be a lot of security things that you could probably opt out of it if you wanted to. But imagine if the game took that audio of you talking and like there's an enemy type or a monster in the game that would like take your vocals back and like throw them back at you or like reverse them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
you heard yourself talking in the world. You know how scary that'd be?
Also,
like,
I was gonna say it's probably similar to like the Silent Hill PT thing, where I feel like there was a moment where when you have to make phone calls, you know, they'll put the phone calls on the phone.
Yes.
Or excuse me, on the controller, and then you listen to the phone calls live, and you're like, you have to listen closely and all that. So, yeah, I think all that's pretty much on the way when it comes to what they're trying to do with the whole controller and just all the accessories they've got, which we can hop in and talk about towards the end.
So they're talking about like the sounds coming straight out of the controller, not like just through your headset through the controller, basically.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think that'll be sweet. I think they kind of
It's like you can hear your like magazine clip dropping on the ground, or something. I don't know.
Definitely.
Cool.
I was gonna say, the one thing that I was surprised about was with this event, PlayStation like really took not really a risk, but they took a kind of a risk with showing you so many games you had never heard of before, which is not, most people, they're like, well, let's stick to our day ones. Let's stick to the ones that keep people excited, the ones that keep the money flowing. But like I would say, if not maybe like more than half, in my opinion, were games that you never heard of that just said, hey, here's the type of quality we're trying to showcase on this new console. We think that you'll be interested no matter what the launch title or no matter what the title coming soon is.
Definitely more than half. Absolutely. Because there were some games in there that I did know about because they were revealed before, and there were some games in there that I didn't know about that were revealed before, but they weren't apparent to me. But Returnal's brand new. One that's on screen right now. That's a brand new game. Which when I first saw this, I was automatically interested in it just based off like the sci-fi horror, like alien type thing they were going for. But when they showed gameplay, I was like, yo, this looks crazy. Like I love the style choice of the art and kind of the environment they're going for. Yeah. But the third person shooter, like action RPG thing it looked like, I want this. But they're all different, like every game they showed was different in some way. None of them looked the same. Like, look at this, bro. Like, this reminds me of like what a Dead Space or Mass Effect game would probably look like on the new consoles. Something like this.
And it's definitely got when I first saw it, I was getting vibes of what like, you know, Prometheus / Alien mixed in with what's that game with not that game, what's that movie with George Clooney where they're in space or whatever?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, the one where I'm sure chat will figure it out before we do, but it looked like a mixture of all that plus the newer Alien remakes, and you know, I feel like it'll Gravity. Shout out to chat. I feel like this game, it looked kind of maybe a little bit one note with just the girl or the lady using the gun, but I think there will be more to it. But I think, you know, with the versatility of all the different types of enemies that we saw on screen just now, there's going to be some stuff that's going to, you know, flip it around, change it up that we haven't seen yet. That's, I think, is going to be pretty legit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, buddy.
That was a big one for me. That game looked really interesting. Actually, I really hope it's solid.
Also, Paul, you yield your time for ordering Chipotle.
I've heard everything so far, so
you're good. We were talking about what was it called? Retheval? How do we say this name?
Returnal.
The dumbest name in gaming history.
All right, see, yield that time. I didn't want to hear your opinion anyway. No, just kidding. Why is that a dumb name?
Why? That's not a word.
Maybe it is. Do we know?
Returnal.
A lot of people don't like the name. I don't really care. I don't. It doesn't sound that bad to me.
I
don't see what's. I mean, isn't it like returning to whenever she dies? She like returns back to the time loop thing. Like, isn't that not what it's about? I don't know.
Should have called the game Reboot. Also, I don't know. I was in the same boat as Paul. I watched a lot of those trailers and I was like, all right, these games look great. They got really dumb names, but I just was like, I don't care because I'm gonna probably play them anyway. But it seems
the game
that
was cool. It's just the name.
But it seems the next game. Oh, never mind. I know what this is. Sorry.
Hey,
you're hyped for this?
It's just 3D Mario. It's Mario 3D World. That's all it is.
Sackboy never caught on for me.
I don't care about Sackboy, but the gameplay looks fun. You can't tell me this game does not look fun.
Low-key, let me watch it again. I'm gonna while we're talking, obviously. But
just if you like Mario 3D World, this is the same exact thing.
Well, like my problem for me was just like with Little Big Planet, it's just the physics felt like too floaty for me. It was more of a feel thing for me rather than gameplay.
I know what you mean.
This looks different though. This is not Little Big Planet.
Yeah, it looks different, but like that's when like with the Little Big Planet, it's the only thing I didn't like was the game feel.
Yeah.
Does this have 4-player co-op?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or actually 8-player? How many wireless controllers can I sync to my PS5?
All right.
It better be 27. I want an odd number.
I want to play a match of FIFA with all 24 of my friends.
Oh my god. I want to low key NBA 2K21 all 10 of my boys.
Yo, that was
you can already do that though.
You do that, yeah, but can you do it? You do it locally or online?
You can't do 5-on-5 online. That's crazy.
No. I'm saying you can't. No, you can't. I'm saying could you do that locally? Like,
who the fuck wants to have 10 friends over? I'm good. Not after this. Not after this year.
Literally just 3D Mario.
This does look fun.
It does look fun.
Yeah.
Like that trailer gave me.
Yeah.
What is that game? You fight people. Gang Beasts vibes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, that game where you fight people. There's a lot of fighting games.
Looks fun.
It looks fun. It looks cute. It looks up to date. I think it's just one of them things where I'm just over Little Big Planet. I'm not a fan. I never thought it was funny. I like played a little bit of it. It's like character wise, it never appealed to me.
That's fair.
You know, the same way like, you know, you're a fan of Mario or Sonic. I'm just like, look, man, if this is the little baby mascot y'all want to make that's cute, that brings the kids in, it ain't for me. I just don't think it. I was over it the first time I played Little Big Planet. But, you know, still chill vibes. I don't even know what game's up next or what they've got on store. I think it's oh yeah, this one. This looks interesting.
Oh, this game looked dope.
Yeah, this.
I was a fan of this one.
I like that you can get out of the car.
This is a homie game for sure.
This looks very fun. It's just kind of missing something for me. I don't think the art, the character, like it just didn't grab me. I guess like I wish. Imagine this, but with PlayStation IPs. You know what I mean? Like
that'd be sick.
Battle Allstars.
It's called Destruction All-Stars, right? That's what the name is. Like,
oh, don't worry. I'm sure there'll be DLC.
But there's no All-Stars.
There's no All-Stars.
Well,
we're getting 3-2.
I don't know, man. You know what it is though? It reminds me of the old Star Fox games. The way you could like, I think it was it that you could fly around in the Y wings and the A wings or whatever, or was that Star Wars? Sorry.
Oh, this reminded me of Rush San Francisco.
Isn't that X-wings? I forgot what they called them in Star Fox.
R-wings.
R-wings, similar.
But like the fact
that you can get out of the car, ride on the car, like this looks fun.
That shit's sick.
Something they need some sort of mechanic while you're out of the car, because you know what it is? I would assume they'd have weapons, but they're just running around. So it's as if I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm sure they might get them. It's as if I'm waiting for them to have some sort of like weapons or attack mechanic that isn't just your fists that they use outside of the car.
I'm pretty sure the ninja guy like blew up a car a second ago. Rewind it. The dude
he jumped off of it. Maybe it was about to self-destruct.
No, he jumped on somebody else's car and blew it up.
Huh. I did see that. I know what you're talking about, but
yeah, I think he jumped on somebody.
Yeah, I see it right there.
Is this guy right there, right?
Yeah, I think it's coming up after this segment.
See, look at that. He's on top of that guy's car.
Yeah.
This guy.
True that. Oh. It looks fun. It's just something about it. It's missing something. Or maybe it's perfect and I have no idea. It looked like he dropped maybe he dropped a detonator.
I don't know if that's his car or not. I don't know if that's his car or somebody else's car.
Could have been like a landmine. Like I don't know. It like you would call this Rocket League with GoldenEye. Like I don't know.
This is like Twisted Metal.
But yeah. Look at all the parts of the cars that fly off and they explode.
It looks gorgeous. Oh, it looks absolutely. It's definitely a tech demo for like It looks sick. It just looks art wise. It's not very pulling. It's not. It needs something, you know. Like I don't know what it is, but it needs something. It looks too bland. But I'm gonna play it though.
Yeah, the shading's like a little off and stuff. I would say.
I don't know. I liked it. Like it reminds me of like Sunset Overdrive, but just I don't know. It's going in a completely different direction.
But it's just the characters and like the stuff, it doesn't grab me. But I want to play it.
Yeah.
Play it looks amazing.
Maybe it's not
kind of like generic cool kids characters a little bit or something like that. I don't know. I know what you mean though.
Yeah, you get me. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's spit game on our favorite game that was announced, by the way. Y'all know what it is.
Oh man.
Best game. Game of the year.
Balvin, you want to take over this one?
Balvin, take over this one.
Wait, why am I taking over?
Well, you know why.
You're the game changer.
You changed the game single-handedly.
That's not this. Yeah, it's not this.
Oh wait, no, this isn't the right game. We got another one that Balvin need to step on.
Now this goes back to the points you were making earlier with the Ratchet and Clank thing.
To me, this is Pixar.
Yeah, this is more DreamWorks to me than Pixar. This is definitely a DreamWorks kind of thing.
No, this one reminds me of Kubo and the Two Strings.
It's definitely Kubo. It looks like Kubo.
Kubo?
Yeah. Kubo.
Kubo, but
But I love this. I love this so. I really like this.
Yeah, this looks nice.
I really like this a lot, actually. Like the art, design, the world, the character, like just more games like this.
What is the name of this game? It's called Kena or something?
Kena, something like that.
Yeah.
It's Kena something. It's like another word behind it. It's a title.
Kena and the Little Blackies.
Whoa!
What? Wait! Chill.
Somebody's.
What do you call them? What do you call them? What?
Whoa.
What? What do you? What do you call? What?
Oh, we got another one.
Explain to me what.
Oh, bro.
I'm not naming it that. I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
My brother.
All they chips activated.
Yo, hold on. Yo, someone took over my stream. Who said that, bro? What was that? Yo.
Oh.
No, I'm joking, but no, I'm saying that because it's just one of those things where I feel like studios definitely missed the mark and aren't really considered. Oh, listen, man, it's not my fault that they made these little beautiful kids, little characters. I'm just one.
Is your chip activated?
Can you say that one more time, brother?
One more time, brother.
Paul,
this is an African American live stream. This is a my brother.
Another comb.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, back to the games.
That's why I said they're little.
Yo, blame Gabe for texting me that, bro.
Back to the games.
Low key, they say some little.
Yo, don't act like just because I said it, just because I said it don't mean y'all weren't thinking it.
Yo.
All right, listen.
We're gonna have to cut this out.
Yo, no, I ain't cutting shit. I'm not making fun of them. I'm discouraged at the fact that that's what they look like.
I'm discouraged.
I'm upset.
African storybooks.
Hey, don't worry. We still got to get to the little devil inside.
The Bobbin.
Oh my god.
I'm about to show y'all what this looked like.
Nah, chill. All right, but wait, gameplay wise, all that stuff, I do think the game looks good, genuinely.
Yeah, you sure? I don't know, man. Your chip.
No,
Your chip
come on. Chip deactivated.
Okay. No, not real talk.
Yo,
like,
stop, Gabe.
That's what that's.
Hey, we're black, man. We can talk about how other people feel about us. That's all. That's what I'm trying to say.
True.
Look, this look like girl got. I don't even want to say it because it's disrespectful.
Next game.
Yeah, next game.
I'm not gonna say nothing bad.
Wait. What'd you say? What you about to say? Speak your truth, King.
She look like she got a flock of roaches following her. That ain't cool, man.
Wow.
Why she do?
Have you not seen
Wow.
the Disney movies?
The Disney movies got little black roaches following them.
The studio
Studio nip.
Yo, press play, bro.
Studio nip.
Podcast.
Studio nibbly.
I'm out. I quit.
I'm sorry. Look, let's get back to focusing up. I'm not.
Burner boy, African giant.
Hey, man, I'm on the right side of history. I'm trying to say that that's wrong. That's what I'm trying to say.
I would have thrown Mama 3 times. I'm giving it.
All right.
Hey,
So
Delvin get on Twitter. He turned those things white tomorrow.
Is this the game? Is this the game that Balvin single-handedly destroyed? Oh no. Okay, hold on. This is that.
This game was boo boo.
Chill. This is unique, bro.
Skip.
We skipping it?
Skip this one.
I'll be progressive. I'll be progressive. No.
It ain't even about being progressive. I genuinely think this might be a good like RPG storyline type of joint. Like reminded me of like Life is Strange.
Well, the reason why I said that is because like a lot. Whenever you see something like this gets shit on immediately because of the whole like furry thing, right? Whereas like I think it's cool that there's like there's a furry game. Like the main designers for it are I can't remember her name. But no, I think this is cool. Like good. It's not for me. But
I don't know what it's about, so I have no idea.
That's true.
I don't know if y'all played Life is Strange. I just get those vibes from it, but I think it's going to be more obviously cartoony.
It's the high school, high school, struggling.
I think I would watch it play.
Us weebs need a game, bro.
And the art looks great. Art looks amazing. Art looks fantastic.
For me, the art is a little bit. It's like DeviantArt the game. That's what it looks like to me, which is a little bit like amateur But I mean, that's a charm, I think, for what this is like trying to achieve.
Well, I mean,
which is fine.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I feel you. I think this is not. I'm not gonna play it probably, but I think people that this is for, they are allowed to have their own game.
Yeah,
they're allowed to have a game like this, and anybody can play it if they want to. It doesn't matter. But I think having that kind of representation is cool, especially on a grand stage like this, because they know people are gonna shit on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially like with you see the themes in the game, like people, y'all know how gamers are. So, but
oh, I know how gamers are. I think the real gamer's about to come up.
You really waiting for this moment?
This is all
no, this is what's it called? I'm surprised this game's still around, dog.
This threw me for a goddamn loop. They made OddWorld into Mad Max. Like,
I just don't understand it. Like
this blew me.
My thing is, what was the last Abe's Odyssey that they played? What was the last Oddsworld?
Wasn't it in PS1? No, the last.
No, they have one from PS. I think they have a PS4 one.
PS2.
Wasn't
No.
that a remake?
That was
Can one of y'all Google it? I'm pretty sure that they had Oddworld.
There's some Oddworld game on PS4. I don't know what it is. But
I swear there is. It's kind of like a Lemmings game or something.
Yeah,
That's Abe's Odyssey. The last one that came out was Stranger's Wrath, which is like a bounty hunter game, not starring Abe.
What year was that?
It was on the Xbox, original one.
Xbox One or 360?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
The original Xbox.
What you about to say, Balvin?
I said I'm not gonna lie. This look kind of fire to me. Like,
Yeah, it kind of does.
It looks interesting.
It looked kind of. I mean, it's like the gameplay. Like, look, it looks hectic, bro. Like, it looks like a really cool, different kind of. Like, look at this. This shit looks wild. Like,
Is this like
it's one of those
your people across the map or something like that?
To me, it's one of those games where I didn't expect it. I didn't expect this story to still have a foothold this far in. Like, in my opinion, you might as well bring back Ape Escape if you're gonna keep this one around. You know what I mean?
I think this is probably the least anticipated for most people in the conference. I haven't seen us talk about it all after the show.
I feel that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool.
I'm
surprised it made it here, but
that's cool. The main thing. Like, I'm surprised like you would put that in this conference. So, but I mean, you have some faith. Is this the one?
GhostWire.
It's GhostWire. All right, so
I thought this shit looked cool.
It looks cool as hell.
I think it looks cool. I don't think it looks like what I thought it was gonna look like.
I think it confused a lot of people with the gameplay style it went with. I think a lot of people expected like a kind of slow burn horror game.
I thought more third person. That was my main thing.
Person? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're probably right. I think I expected whenever I saw it, I thought it'd be a first person horror game like Evil Within type thing, but like with Japanese mythos and Japanese culture in it. But I didn't expect like a action game, I guess.
Yeah, it seems more action focused than scary.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
But this looks like a Skyrim like Shadow Warrior kind of game. With these cool powers and you're like fighting demons or whatever you're fighting in this. Like this, I think this looks dope as fuck.
It looks
different.
It looks dope.
Looks weird.
I think the first person throws me. I don't know why. I just assumed this same game would just be third person, if not kind of like a run and gun, not necessarily Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden, but just kind of in that vein where you would be doing this stuff, but you would be like on the go. But I mean, you are still on the go. It's just I didn't assume it was gonna be like in your face action.
Yeah.
Beating that dude up with jutsus, that's so cool.
But who knows? It might have different elements. You never know.
This game is fire, dude.
Yeah, this was the
one
one
that you just beating up demons. In modern day Japan, that's crazy.
This was the one with the lady who was super cute during the conference. She was like, "Masimash."
What's her name?
I forget.
Emi Nakamura or something like that.
Yeah, she ain't working on it no more though.
I feel that.
She did Bayonetta too, right?
Yes, she's an art designer.
She's dope. Super talented.
I don't even remember this game. Whatever we're looking at.
Crazy game, I think.
Oh, this is the one where I looked back up and I was like, Super Smash Brothers?
Wait, is this a space game?
Yeah, it's a space game, but I'm not even sure. I guess in my brain, I don't even know how this space game looks or
this
goes.
This game looked cool. I remember this game.
A game that is gonna get 10-star reviews that is not gonna be like popular. I think it's one of those like low-key masterpieces, just based off presentation alone. Like, it's gonna be one of those like really, really big on the internet kind of games, but people aren't.
Looks like Apocalypse Now, Armageddon type of vibes.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Interstellar.
It's gonna be a hit, but not like a multi-million-dollar selling game. It just the way like I can just tell by how this trailer's cut. Like
my thing is, is this more indie type game, right?
I don't know who's developing it, but it looks like an indie game. Yes,
it's made by Super. They made a game on cell phones called Sword and Sorcery.
EP.
So they are indie game then.
All I know is that if they rip off Astroneers, we're suing.
Oh, shut up. But it looks like a planet exploration, like galaxy kind of game. That's what I'm getting from this. Like there's like a bunch of different environments.
Mario Galaxy.
The far short. Like this presentation alone, it's gonna get 9 out of 10 stars on Steam. Like
this is cool.
It's gonna be one of those kind of games.
Oh, that's another
like
thing.
Interstellar, the game or something.
That's another thing that I don't think we really considered. There's a lot of these games that are going to PC and PlayStation.
They're console exclusive, or they're PS5 console exclusive. They're not like when you watch the trailers, you see that it says like console timed exclusivity.
Yeah,
and that just essentially means it's going to be on PS5 first and PC, then Xbox 6 months from now or a year from now, however long the deal is. Yeah, but there was more non-exclusives and exclusives in the thing, but Sony is smart and know how to present things, and most people don't care about that.
Yeah, this is facts.
Most people probably think every game in here is exclusive to Sony.
They're not really, they're not focused. Speaking of games exclusive, I was gonna say I thought this game was gonna look different.
I had a point I made whenever I watched this trailer, and when I was streaming this, I'm like, the direction of presentation of this completely threw me off. I thought it was gonna have music from like a Kingdom Hearts boss fight, very slow burn, like building up the story. Somebody with a voice as deep as mine talking about the GodFall. You know what I mean? And instead,
they put this.
We got some whack ass YouTube rap over the trailer, and it's super like it looks
pre-alpha.
Yeah, it looks very generic.
It looks super generic.
This is my kind of game though, which kind of sucks because I want to try it still. I'm gonna try it still.
Well, you know why? You know why this looks so good?
Huh?
Because this is Graph 2.0, baby.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Deep cut for you youngins out there.
Yo, we gotta, we gotta run the squads in this.
This looks like remember that phone game Infinity Blade?
It looks,
that's what
it
looks like. That's what it reminds me of, but like a
full. But like, okay, we can't do it right now. Well, we could, but I don't want to ask you to do that. If you go watch the first trailer reveal of this.
I remember that.
And tell me, and tell me that's what you thought the game was going to be.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The first trailer is so epic. The way they present the three characters, like it felt like I was going to go fight against gods or whatever.
The first trailer is the equivalent of what I thought it's the equivalent of how I called that other game Scalebound. That's what I was getting vibes of. Like, I didn't think it was going to be anything like Scalebound, but I thought it was going to be that type of monumentous, massive type of game that we're trying to create.
Because also, that was probably the first PS5 confirmed game we got to see, wasn't it? Because that was the Game Awards.
Yeah.
And they revealed the Xbox Series X and all that. Then they showed the GodFall trailer, and it said PS5 and PC in the ending of the trailer. We're like, whoa, PS5?
Haley was like, you guys see that at the end?
That was the first PS5 confirmed game, and the trailer that they showed, they had the big old in-engine at the bottom thing saying like, whoa, like this is an in-engine, like this is how good it's gonna look. And the game looked good, but it did not look as good as the first trailer. it's not. I was expecting a more arcadey kind of God of War. Like the scale I expected was way more than that. That looks like a Dark Souls kind of game or Borderlands. I'm gonna get bored of in like 6 months. Like it's not. I'm not gonna play it. And I'm not gonna take away like wow. Now no, but see, another trailer can fix this if they show me a really good looking story.
Yeah, story trailer's gonna fix it.
I didn't get any story from this.
Yeah,
I was
you
hoping,
just
like, I was,
got gameplay.
Like I was hoping for like a 30-second story portion. Then show me the combat. Show me boss fights. You know, I saw like fighting ads. Like that's it just wasn't. It wasn't a good trailer.
These like Ali says here in the chat. It was said at the Game Awards that it's more of a looter game, so it might be like a squadron up, like God of War.
It's a 3-player co-op game. Like,
it's only 3.
I know it. Yeah, it's 3 players.
That's weird.
I know what kind of game it's gonna be, but they still presented it wrong. Like
yeah.
They just it's not shown well. Like even for a looting game, they showed it like a Borderlands trailer with that whack ass music.
Especially with that whack ass freestyle rap that was on there.
I'm dancing.
That shit was ass.
Yeah.
That was 2-pack of ass. And it was not. It just didn't. You know, it's disappointing. I still want to play it though. I like those kind of games.
Yeah, that's a good. I was gonna say that's a good take from Black Demon. It reminds me of Warframe. I get that. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely Warframe, Borderlands, Destiny, like that kind of style of game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know much about this. I like the style. I don't even know what it's called.
So Hyperlight Drifter, Hyperlight Drifter was the devs of that game, which is fantastic. I think everybody should play it.
Okay.
This dope.
Is that like the 8? Wasn't that like the 8-bit game where you were a ninja fighting against everybody? Or am I tripping?
He wasn't a ninja, but it was like a top-down isometric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear I know.
Top-down pixel art, isometric. Like,
yeah,
really,
pixel art. Yeah.
You know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same folks that made that.
Okay.
This looks, the little bit that we saw, I like the art off rip, like the style choice here. But whenever you see her move, that was exciting to me. Like the way she's like skating around this room right here.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Like this, like that.
That's
like
clean.
that just looks fun.
Yeah.
Like that reminds me of Jet Set Radio type shit.
Yeah, I feel that.
Then the world turns upside down.
Oh,
like,
that's
that's
part of the game. I thought it's just part.
We
don't know.
Cool.
Solar Ash. Huh. I mean, I like it. I think they need more games like this in the sense of just keeping the system fresh. So yeah,
like they exist, but they're not like put on this platform.
Mm-hmm.
Looks cool though. Definitely some. Look up Hyper Light Drifter if y'all haven't already. That game is
it's always on sale. If you find it on sale, I would say copy it.
Yeah.
Probably on sale now. There's a big Switch sale going on right now. If you have a Switch, play it on that.
Okay, next up we got Hitman. Which one is this though? Didn't they just drop Hitman 3? This is Hitman 9. Which one is this?
It's Hitman 3.
Hitman 3.
What was the one that I played on the last console? That was only Hitman 2?
Yeah, well, there was a bunch of Hitman games.
Oh, it was the remake to Hitman. You're right, because they started rebooting from 1 to 3. So that was Hitman 2 rebooted, and this is Hitman 3 rebooted.
Yeah, correct.
Paul, you're a Hitman guy, right?
Rebooted.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's really fun.
Oh wait, what?
This isn't a reboot. This is the ending of the story.
I know, but like I'm saying, like from the last console to this one has been a reboot. Kind of.
Oh, the story. Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah.
This.
I mean, just in sense of the game, because this came out back on PS2, no?
Yes.
Yeah, there's PS2 ones and old PC ones, and
yeah, there's been a bunch of in between. But this looks dope.
It's dope. Like Hitman games are just mindless fun. It's not like it's a story-driven game, so like whatever you're seeing here doesn't really matter. It's just the way I play Hitman is what's the most creative way you can kill somebody and get away without being seen.
Yeah,
that's the fun for me.
The little gameplay portion they show is what was exciting. I like the way the going on the Dubai Tower. He's like walking on the pole. Like we're gonna see it here in a second.
Oh, okay. Is it coming up? Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be after he's talking. It's gonna pop up. It's like a little gameplay camera cut. Yeah, here it is right here. Graphics look great already, but like environments look great.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah, you see him like imagine like trying to invade this place. Like,
this gives me like Elysium / Altered Carbon vibes.
Look at that. Scaling up buildings.
But like these aren't even buildings. These are like definitely like Dubai above the clouds buildings. Not even.
Yeah, they're towers.
Yeah.
They're like skyscrapers.
But I mean, at the same time, it does like whatever this background is. It does look like hella like futuristic, like Alita Battle Angel type of storyline. Which who knows?
Yeah.
That could be dope.
It's dope.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So like that's damn near a launch game.
Oh, that was January. Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super close. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, this part right here pissed me off so much. Oh my god.
Hold
I
on.
thought we were gonna see the UI.
Oh, of course they got us. You know what it is.
Oh my god.
I like they did show us the startup screen though.
Yeah.
See, important health and I wonder if they meant to put this in or someone didn't have whatever footage they needed up and ready. But I'm sure they did. I'm sure they meant it.
Man, that shit. It
Press
looks
the PS button on your controller. Dun, 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 dun.
2K next. No, not 2K next. Not 2K next. 2K
Oh, it's these
Oh,
guys.
this is the.
Eh.
So this actually.
What is
I'm not gonna lie, it
this?
looks clean though.
But you know what's crazy? This actually comes with the console like the last one did.
Oh, really?
This comes with it.
I mean, I feel
This
like
is
this
supposed
is the kid seller.
Are we getting a packing game for once finally?
I wouldn't say this is the kid seller. This is like supposed to show off the tech with the controllers and stuff. Like it's supposed to be like because that's what their whole mascot is for.
Yeah.
Remember this in the PS4 one where you could like shake the controller.
Astros Playroom.
Like it's supposed to be a tech. It's just a tech demo.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's cool that it's packaged with the console.
hopefully they don't have the camera option like they did the last time.
Yo, relax.
Wait, what?
They was on Twitch wild. And
You talking about the live? You talking about the PlayStation?
happened?
You talking about the PlayStation Live app?
Yeah,
Because it was its own app. It wasn't. Was it Twitch or was it its own app?
No, it was Twitch. You could stream to Twitch. People
I remember you could stream to the console's own servers and you could stream to Twitch. But I remember I think they got definitely in trouble for the naughty.
It was getting nasty on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Was it Twitch?
yeah.
There was people on Twitch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not wrong, but it was on Twitch as well.
Oh, damn, bro. You got
Accounts
to
were getting banned out here, boy. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that storyline. That was you got to watch out for that. That's you can't be doing all that. You cannot do
So
that.
they'd be streaming accidentally or something? Or
No,
what?
there was no accident.
Oh,
It was on It was on purpose.
Oh, you mean demon time?
Oh, I mean, it was Satan time. They were
What
doing.
is his name?
I think this
time.
next one's our favorite game.
Oh, it's
Yo,
Let's go.
it's our favorite.
Balvin, you want to take
game.
over from here?
Balvin's got this, baby.
I don't want to hear anybody else talk.
Yo, talk that talk, King. I love this. I love the characters. I love the main character. I'm really looking forward to the enemies.
Enemies look clean.
Enemies look clean.
Oh my god.
They look like they
art
can.
style is great. Like the art, I'm really the combat looks cool. I like the it looks like Dauntless kind of, but more of a story driven kind of game.
Yeah, facts.
Everybody go to Katu. Go talk.
Oh, I like these characters. Yo, they be yo. Hold on. Yo, wait a minute. Yo,
wait. Hey, hold on. Back up.
yo, those my homies. Hold on.
Back up, brother.
Hold on. Wait a minute now. Yo, hold on.
Hey,
Oh, wait a minute. Yo, are those dreads? Yo, is that a dart knight? Was that a dart shooter? Yo, anybody else? Hold on. Also, how do y'all all have that photo? I don't have it. Do I?
Mercy, another coon.
What? So for those who don't know, and yeah, I'm sure gamers are gonna complain and be like, "It's just a game, bro." Look, obviously it's just a game, but at the same time, this is something that the game publishers have already stepped up and discussed, and I will allow my brother Balvin to elaborate.
brother Balvin.
Brother Balvin.
So I watched the trailer because I was very excited for this game. Came back and watched, and I saw these. Bro, don't even try to explain to me what these aren't. Bro, look at it, bro. Look, bro. bro.
Look at this,
bro.
Yeah,
on, bro.
this is some real ooga booga. Like, here's the thing. They
Some
could have,
old ooga booga booga.
but like, regardless of the ooga booga, like, listen, they get away with it in like Crash Bandicoot because at least that dude's tiki mask is different color,
Gosh.
and it's more of a tiki. These guys are very much not.
Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Two things. There's a point I want to make. One, you don't see any other black people in this trailer besides whatever this is supposed to be with the dreadlocks.
It's facts.
And every time we see tribal African representation in these things, they're always savages going crazy and screaming and wilding out. You know, it happens every time. And the hero of the game is, and these are the enemies, and there's no other black people anywhere, and this is the only black thing you have. Is this?
Hey, man.
Even if there were black people, it wouldn't matter. But this is it. Come on,
Savior complex.
But I gave them the benefit of the doubt. It's a small dev team based in Seoul, Korea.
Damn.
Get that off my screen.
Ow, no, I just dropped my phone in my lap and it hit me hard. Golly, that hurt. Fuck.
So I tweeted about it, everybody. I tweeted about it. It got a lot of traction. A lot of people posted about it. You know, went everywhere. This morning, about 5 a.m., they responded saying that they didn't. They responded saying that they didn't have whatever. They apologized. They said that they're gonna redo the design. Wasn't their intentions, but they apologized if they messed up anywhere. They don't want to whatever, you know. So they're changing the design of the game, thanks to me. And
Yo, it's one of those things where
Alvin,
honestly, low key, I believe they. I'm sure someone came across it and then posted your joint. But I was gonna say, regardless of that, it's more one of those things where I kind of was annoyed that in their response and apology, they were like pleading ignorance. And I'm like, I don't know where y'all from, but
they're from Korea. They're in Seoul, Korea. Like I have to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give them that. There's not people like that out there. Sure.
And it's just kind of ingrained. I mean, here's the thing, right? And I have to try to look at it in both perspectives. Like, think of representation that we do get for these kind of things. You know, it becomes normal. You can Google this, and this is what you see. So if there's nobody there to pull you aside and tell you it's wrong, then you know, what are you supposed to do? I obviously, especially in this climate, I hold a bit of a higher standard to people, but still, different cultures, different perspectives.
Yeah. Like, also, let me before
so if you're gonna make something of like. Most game studios, they do their research, I feel like. So it's just the same concept here. I feel like even with corporations, if they go to, let's say Nike is going to Japan, they're not going to use, they literally make sure they're not going to use like an offensive color for some kind of shoe design or whatever it is, you know, if they're going to launch there. Like there's such things as that even in certain cultures. There's like certain colors that are even, you know, offensive.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, not nowadays as much, but like even back in the day, they would make sure that they wouldn't offend certain people with certain things. So I think with this, it's like, it's racist because it's like if you go Google like a racist baseball, you know, team logo, like you'll see all kinds of stuff from the 1920s that was literally similar vibes as this. And it's not like necessarily, you know, right in your face boom, but it's something that's like, okay, you're doing an African figure with dreads with like racist lips shooting darts. It's like this will work in like the 90s, but 2020 not so much.
So here's the thing, right? We're all human. It's not up to me to try to decide intentions of people that I don't know, especially people that live in different countries. And I'm not saying they're not aware of what these things are. I'm saying in certain places, these things aren't viewed as bad or wrong. It's a cultural problem. Racism is not okay anywhere. But in certain places of the world, there are things that are just viewed as normal and right, because that's how you're brought up. Racism is taught, right? So to be fair, I just have to give the benefit of the doubt that this was tone deaf, or it may have been intentional to, you know, whatever. But they're changing it. That's all I could ask for. I'm not like, They apologized. They're gonna change 4 key things that are wrong here, which are the lips, the dreadlocks, and the blow dart and whatever. They're gonna fix it, right? So what? I can't ask for any more than what that, and it happened under 24 hours, like, and you can say that we have to stop giving the benefit of the doubt or excuses for other countries, but at the end of the day, you go over there, bro, it's a whole different world. There's a whole different world of cultures and how things are viewed, and like I said, it's not up to me to decide intentions of things and whether they're pure or negative or whatever. It's up to me to call it out and say it gets fixed, and I did that, and it's getting fixed. They apologized. They're gonna fix it. Except I cannot decide who is doing things for whatever reason. Cultures are cultures, man. How about not doing it in the first place? How about how people don't do that? I agree, but I can't change I can't change that. It's 12 people in Korea that are making this game. Like, I can't. I agree. They should have had somebody in the room say, "Hey, this is wrong."
It's a small. Yeah. It's
My
a small
thing
team,
is,
and like, yeah, I think this is why.
Yeah.
Like, it's important to have diverse people in your game.
Go to the scene. Go back to the scene.
Oh, I was gonna say, my only issue is that regardless of them being from Korea or whatever, people in Korea know what black people are, and honestly, this is probably the best representation of what they know. Not that they're super ignorant, but just like some people might just be like, well, we're gonna make tribal people. Tribal people are dark skinned, right? Let's make them dark skinned. I don't know, give them some unique hair.
That's my point. It's the cultural thing. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, if let's say we're born in America and we have a certain view of a certain kind of people, and all we see on the world and Google and everything and that, that's what our perspective of them are. Like, it becomes a cultural problem that's passed down and passed down and passed down. I can't say that every person there's intentions are bad or wrong, but whenever you go, I have to see it from both sides. I have to. I don't know these people. I just know what I see. There's racism everywhere. They could have been in the studio like, we're gonna do this to make them look bad.
Yeah, I don't think they went. Sorry,
I don't think so either. No, I'm just saying, like, it's more of an issue that nobody called this out before me. I think I'm also a bit disappointed that PlayStation reviewed this trailer and then said it.
Right. That's what I was saying.
But that's the thing.
Like,
that's how
it got through to America. Like, this is like that's a problem.
It's just how much. It's just how much of a non-concern it is. Like, at the end of the day, they're making video games. They're not really thinking about it, and I'm sure some people probably think this is like us reaching, but it's like, no, it's just something that we deal with all the time, and we're at this apex of what's going on right now in the world. It's just that we don't care anymore, and we don't mind telling y'all. It's just like, hey, yeah, this is dumb, and it's like, what, really? It's that bad? No, we don't like it.
And people love to call this a reach, and you can't do that, bro. You're being dismissive. Who else has dreadlocks?
Yeah.
Who else has a literal
kinky
who
hair?
Else has a literal
big red lips.
There's a literal racist imagery based in our country. Look up Sambo.
Yeah.
The red lips and the black mouth.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not trying to reach and say, oh, they're racist for this. I'm saying no, they're just it's tone deaf. Yeah, it's just tone deaf ignorance. It's one of them things where if you're from a country where you don't see black people at all or that often, or a city or whatever, you're probably just like, oh, well, let me just Google Aborigine, whatever you want to do, and you're gonna take that or just take whatever similar Google searches that are right next to it and be like, hey, let's try to make a mock-up based off of what we're seeing here. But good on you for calling them out, Balvin, and good on them for stepping up and saying that they're gonna change it and do whatever it is they're gonna do, because it's like, why make, I guess in this day and age, unless you're like really going for satire, why make content that you want everyone to enjoy when you're gonna have people you're gonna get bum rushed with bad reviews anyway. So
right,
why not go in there strong and just have something that everybody can enjoy, and that some people don't sit back, play, and say, "Oh, this is kind of awkward. I'm uncomfortable." You know,
exactly.
That's it.
And then, like I said, there's a whole bigger conversation to go in about this that we can save for another day. But at the end of the day, like you said, whether their intentions or whatever, I'm at the point where I'm like, intention over impact, bro. It happened. I called them out for it. It got traction. They saw it. They addressed it. They're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Everything else is a different conversation. All I wanted was them to fix it.
And at the end of the
game to do bad. I wanted to just not be here.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, the game looks fun. I'm feeling it. I like it.
Play
it looks clean.
Special thanks to Lord Balvin.
It would be
for calling us out.
It would be completely different if we were just like hated the game, didn't care for it all, and we were still like, yeah, fuck this sucks. We're gonna come for its livelihood. Yeah. Like, no, but first off, no one's doing that. Secondly, it's just, hey, people need to be educated in this day and age, and it's one of those things where as we go into these 20-aughts or 20 some odds, I'm tired of explaining it over and over again. Get it right the first time, and let your consumers enjoy the product. Is that simple?
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like most black people get that too.
Also, at the end of the day, you fighting these little gremlins inside of this man who's taking a shit. I don't even know what's happening. it's like, so what you trying to say? We doodle too? I'm done. I'm just kidding. But no, I genuinely think the game looks good and fun and enjoyable.
That's why I didn't say anything, because I was hurt. I was like sad. I was like, no, like I'm excited for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't break my heart. But they responded in under 24 hours. Good for them, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Good for them, bro.
On the other side of the world.
I can't ask for anything else, man, besides people to hold. If I hold you accountable and you respond properly, good.
And also, it's one of those things where I'm not gonna complain shout out to Zion. I'm not gonna complain too hard, knowing that unfortunately, people that look like us were put in that box from the dawn of time, and now this is just your knowledge because you're not doing any due diligence and looking up anything else. This is just, oh, I know reference. I got reference points, and you just run with it. It's unfortunate that that's what happened to people of darker tone skin anyway in the first place. But hey, we all got cell phones now. We speaking up. Sorry.
It's different times, man.
Yeah.
We all, you know what I mean.
Speaking of different times, yo, the boy Zion.
Hey,
he can't even look at the camera. He's so ready.
This is CG right here.
I ain't gonna lie though, the graphics that come up after this are pretty clean. But they're never in game, or are they?
It's in game.
It's in game, but it's like the camera's hella far.
We're not gonna be zoomed in on Zion's face.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I can't act like a lot of people making the jokes about how they just add more sweat every year and make them look better, which is true. They do that, but you can't act like this don't look crazy. Like
it looks. Yeah,
it looked better. Like this is actually a genuine graphical upgrade. Yeah. I want better gameplay out of 2K, not just. But I think ray tracing in basketball games is gonna be a big thing for them.
Nice.
I think Zion could have been bigger, could have been buffer.
Not buffing, man.
Nah, but I was gonna say, yeah, you don't get to see all this. That looked really crazy. I think you don't get to see all this because that's the type of stuff that, like, who's zooming in on that? Also, you did not break the round. But personally, it's just one of those things where, you know, I think this looks good. I think it looks good. It looks decent. I just never get excited for games that you repeatedly create year after year and then try to say that the jump is crazy. I'm like, I don't think you were able to make it jump that far in 365 days. So,
well, the jump from 360 to PS4 was gonna say a bad word, was ridiculous.
Yeah, but that wasn't. But PS3 to, you said PS3 to PS4 with that, but there's plenty of time between that. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, it was about a year.
What? Are you talking about the game, or are you talking about the system?
No, they're talking about the game. 2K13.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, no. I think PS4 had the best graphics for that game, or maybe PC. I don't know. But yeah,
this is the only time I'll let them get away with me being impressed by this, because it is a console to console jump, not just a game to game jump. You know, 'cause like 2K15 to 16 to 17, I don't care. And you can't do much for me. But 2K13 to 2K14, yeah. Then 2K20 to 21, yeah. Like I'm expecting, you know, a major leap with these two. After this, I don't really care.
Well, yeah, I forget that. Like when you get the comment, excuse me, when you get the one that's right between the console generation year, then yeah, you're definitely gonna get something new. So, you know, it's 2K. I don't really care much to talk about that at all because I hardly play it. I like it, but I hardly play it. It's just not that interesting to me. I'd rather go play basketball in real life. But I know they got some more stuff. They got some goofy stuff. I personally don't think, I don't think any of us are, not necessarily that we're not hyped, but we're in the same realm as this game. Bugsnax. Octodad is cute. I played it.
Skip.
I played it. You know, I played Octodad. I like it. It's just one of those things where this is one of those games where it's like, oh, if I'm bored and it's a fun indie game that you can make fun clips of, sure, I'll stream it. Maybe I'll play it, upload it to YouTube, but you know.
This game has Jacksepticeye written all over it.
him and Markiplier.
It ain't for me, but I might fuck around and play it just for fun.
It ain't. It's one of them things where it's like, give me that humble bundle code. I'm in there, but I don't see myself going.
Hey, what's up, guys? Today is Jacksepticeye. We're gonna
top of the morning to you. I don't know.
It's a thing. I think if the trailer wasn't shown at all, we wouldn't have lost anything.
Definitely not.
From the
yeah, nah. This would be like telling me that a Ren and Stimpy reboot's coming to PlayStation 5. I'd be like, okay, that's cool.
I'll probably mess around and play this though, just for fun on board one day.
I'll play for the ribs.
Yeah, you know,
monsters.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna start skipping ahead because
vegan's worst nightmare.
All right, so you know, fun game, cute game, interesting game, Bugsnax. I know there's an audience for it. I don't think I'm part of it, but eventually someone will want to be a part of that. Ooh, and then this obviously, for those who don't know, because this is what's it called? Horizon, no?
Demon Souls.
Or Demon Souls? I'm dumb. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Demon Souls.
Yeah.
This looks good.
And Demon Souls hasn't come out since PS3, right? So this is technically a remake or a reboot?
It was the beginning of Dark Souls.
Really?
The game's so hard I couldn't get past like the first level.
So wait, how much? So this is that much more harder than Dark Souls as well?
Yeah.
It's considered to be the hardest one next to like Bloodborne.
Okay.
Like none of the Dark Souls games were like supposedly as hard as this one. Like this is the difficulty peak.
Yeah, and especially flying.
People were like so nostalgic about all these monsters. I was like, I've never seen any of this.
They got the Grim Reaper himself.
I got in-game screenshots, and it looks just like most of this. This is CGI, obviously.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it looks great.
I mean, I remember playing Dark Souls 3. Which one's the one that? Which one was
3?
3.
You played 3.
I remember playing Dark Souls 3, and I was trash, but it was fun. And I did get past like the first 2 bosses, and I was like, "Wow, I'm proud of myself."
It was funny as hell.
Huh?
So watching you play that was funny as hell.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. I did it. I remember I streamed it. Someone donated $500, and I was like, "What is happening?"
It's being made by the same people that remade Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's definitely gonna have some promise then. But
shout out to Bluepoint. They make good remasters.
Yeah, I know that it's just one of those games where I'm not a huge Demon Souls guy. I would I'll check it out and I'll play it, but I'm sure after getting thwarted 12, 15 times in a row, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, I gotta watch somebody else and get good at this.
Said people have been on this forever, you know.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And then let's see what they got next. Oh, DeathLoop, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the game I'm mostly excited for.
Because
there's so much I like about this. There's so much from the art style and presentation is
fast style posters and whatnot, like
fire.
black protagonists.
2 black protagonists, a black man and a black woman. Fire. And it plays like Dishonored. Fire.
Yeah.
Like this looks so sick.
Yeah, even though like the animations are somewhat the same from Dishonored, if you've played it, because I played a shitload of Dishonored. I like the concept of it, like a roguelike loop run version of Dishonored, where like you actually have to kill people, because like that was the problem with Dishonored for me. It was like you could go crazy and murder everybody, but like it changes the story if you do. So like they would like you to play stealthy, but like with this one you could just go crazy and just do
There's
whatever.
so many different ways. You have like little force power. You can like teleport. You can akimbo wield weapons. Like the pistol just transformed into an assault rifle. Like then you restart the loop, and then the trailer, the art direction, it's so good.
And how many? I was gonna say, how many years between the last Dishonored and this is this? You think?
How many games?
Yeah, well, it's Dishonored 1 and 2, and then I'm assuming this.
Dishonored 1, 2. There's Prey.
Yeah, Prey came out after Dishonored.
You mean Prey, the one where you're the I think native dude in the space?
There's another Prey.
I remember the one before that was on Xbox 360. Or you're talking about a different game?
Like the sci-fi, and you're like the guy that had to inject something in his eyeball or something.
Yeah, that's the
that series.
Yeah, but this is an original. Like this is just an original game. It plays like Dishonored, but it doesn't like have any. Well, it's not a continuation of Dishonored. It's like
that move right there where he like aims and teleports. That's straight out of Dishonored too.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of Dishonored mechanics. But what I really like is the assassination aspect, and the fact that it's like there's like a multiplayer. There's a multiplayer aspect to it, because another assassin can go in and ruin your run. Because both of them, both of them. I don't know how it's gonna work for like offline. They're like,
I read about that. So what ends up happening is the game is multiplayer, so you can play as the lady trying to kill somebody else. So like if you're playing, I can like hop into your game and control her instead of the AI controlling her. Because when you're offline, she's AI, but like if you play online, somebody can hop in and play as her to destroy you.
Okay.
Crazy.
So does this have like a linear storyline, or is it just a multiplayer game where you're supposed to, I guess, finish objectives?
It seems like it has a storyline of you trying to get out this loop, but
I think there probably is gonna be a story mode to it, but we haven't seen that yet.
All right.
But I mean, look, with this presentation, there has to be some kind of story mode.
Yeah. I mean, it looks too clean not to be.
I mean, the aesthetics is literally like an old school movie poster. So I'm sure they'll have some kind of fire storyline with it.
I feel like that's getting towards the back. Oh, well, I know what's next, but they're getting towards the back end of the conference. I think they got like maybe 1 or 2 more games. I think it's like Resident Evil and Horizon, which both are, I think, going to be very entertaining because, you know.
Resident Evil 8 looks crazy.
But does it look like they're leaning too far left of what the games really are, or it's like we're just taking it in this first person direction?
What are the games? They're always like
well, I mean, no, they're always crazy, but I'm saying now they're doing this like kind of eerie, spooky vibe instead of like zombie apocalypse vibe. It's more like,
I mean, it was always supposed to be like initially it was on the eerie, like weird, scary thing. Then around 4 is when it shifted back to being an action like zombie kill 'em bang bang thing. 4, 5, and 6 were like that weird era of Resident Evil games where they kind of left that, but then 7 is kind of what brought it back to its roots, because it's still like Umbrella. It's still, even though the zombies aren't necessarily the only enemy now, and they're more so because the zombies they stopped it. Like Umbrella's done, they cleaned it up, but now it's something different. They're like the Umbrella Corporation now is not the red logo Umbrella. This is Blue Umbrella, who's supposed to be the good guys who have been cleaning up the world for the past like 7 or 8 years. But now it's a new thing happening. It's new infections,
Lichens.
Natural.
yeah, the crazy shit that happened in Resident Evil 7, and like the girl that in the end of it, spoilers, was like a carrier of the thing, and they saved her with the all that. But now we don't know what's going on in this story. Like
It's turning into Outlast. Just kidding.
No.
Paul's scared of that game, so he won't be playing Resident Evil 8.
No, I'll play Resident Evil 8. I'll play Outlast though.
So, dude, this looks dope.
It looks clean. It gives me Resident Evil 4 vibes.
It definitely, because it's a similar setting.
It's a European village.
Yeah, it's a very similar setting and world with 4, but and then this part right here, this what twist or whatever,
lichen.
with Chris Redfield, the man of many faces,
Who looks completely different again.
I like his look now. He's very grizzled and old man Chris. Like, I imagine they say his story comes to an end. Do you think they're talking about Chris?
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe that. I can believe that.
My thing is, Chris Redfield. He was in the first game, right, with Jill.
He was in the first. He was in 5. He was in Code Veronica. He was in 7.
I could see them ending it here and then letting the HD remakes take over or something, and then like having them go all the way up. They probably won't make a remake of 7 and stuff like that, but I could see them doing a time split or something like that, where it's like a timeline split of everything from this remake onwards is like the new story or something like that.
They're definitely doing a remake of 4, and then because what I heard was that this game originally was not supposed to be. I think I read some leaks somewhere that this game was not supposed to be what 8 was, and it was gonna be something else. Then they ended up changing it and making this one 8, and the other one they're making that comes after this is gonna be a really some shit like that. I don't know where I read.
Interesting.
I don't know where I read that. I don't know who. I hope I can say that. But yeah. So I don't know. I think it was a leak that got posted a while back.
That makes sense though.
Yeah, because it's very different.
Yeah.
But we'll see though.
Facts.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, we're at the back end of this thing. We got this game that screams Hideo Kojima, but I don't know. I don't know who this is. Yeah. It's Capcom, right? Capcom.
It's Capcom. We don't know what division of Capcom, but it's Capcom.
Capcom ripped off his new aesthetic.
Yeah, everybody thought this was Kojima.
Low key.
Yeah,
me too.
Because what is this? You're like a spaceman in New York, and the world is looks like it's gone, and I don't even know. What's this one called again? Is this PRAGMATA or no?
Yeah, PRAGMATA, yeah.
PRAGMATA. And then
it looked dope though. It looked whatever
it
concept they're going for. It looked
hologram cybernetic kitty is very Kojima.
I feel like everything is so future punk now. Even though this doesn't feel punk, this just feels like, I don't know, just future dystopian. So far in the future, you can't even comprehend what's happening.
Yeah,
cat so bad,
bro. When this satellite thing crashes through the sky, then everything just it's man, they really.
And then he turns into Deku and Eri.
Yeah, this literally Deku Eri. That's hilarious. She's like a robot and creates something inside of his suit that it was a net around the thing.
Because they were about to catch that.
And they bounces off.
Yeah.
Detective net.
I don't understand this though. They went through a mirror into space. What the heck?
They were in the moon. They were inside the moon, stuck in there or something.
Truman Show. That's all I could think of.
They weren't on Earth. It looked like Earth, but I don't think they were actually on Earth because they look at Earth now and she says, "Where? What is that?" And he says, "It's our freedom."
Oh shit! You know what this is? You guys, anybody see Watchmen, the new series?
No spoilers.
Oh shit! Okay, damn. It's almost exactly like something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Whatever that is, look fine.
I mean, it looks dope. It gives me Kojima vibes, but hopefully Kojima is just like, no, not me. But who knows? I don't know.
Could be.
I have no idea. And then I think we're at the last piece of the last game at least.
Yes.
And I don't know if I think I beat this game like 2 weeks ago, so I don't know about the rest of y'all.
If you never played Horizon,
You never got a chance to play it? It's good. I feel like if you got time and if it's for like worthy of purchasing now, like if it's cheaper right now, I would definitely say like buy it because
I'm probably gonna play when it comes on PC.
It's gonna go to PC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I would love to see that game on PC at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
way. That sounds
For me, like the reason why I didn't like Horizon when I first played it was because it came out like a month right before, a week or two before Breath of the Wild did.
Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, I was playing Breath of the Wild during the time this game was hot, and I'm like, I ain't playing no open world hunting game. That's not Breath of the Wild. Like, there's no gameplay. Like the gameplay, I watched enough to know the gameplay would not match up. Not saying anybody, your people's opinions are wrong. So I'm sure Horizon probably had a better story than Zelda, but gameplay wise, I'm like, yeah, nah, my mind is here.
Well,
Like,
wait. So when did this drop? This dropped a week after Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't finish it either. Then probably.
Breath of the Wild was. I mean, we were all talking to each other playing Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild just has history. It's just one of the things where people have put in time with Link and Zelda and Ganondorf, so you just sit back and play it.
the gameplay.
I never played Zelda before that game.
Really? Well, you picked a good one to pick up the start. Personally,
The other ones, then, if you expect Breath of the Wild, it's not happening.
That's not why I haven't played any.
the other ones are still good though.
you're gonna be
If anything, you got to me the harder one, in the sense of like all the stuff you have to do.
It's probably more difficult. It's just like Breath of the Wild to me it's not just a good game. It's like a spectacle for me as far as game development goes, because the amount of freedom you have with that. Because watching it and talking to other people about it, I learned so many more things I never got to even do in that game. It's for side quests and secret islands and combat with the engine of like how much you could do. Like Horizon, nothing against it, but just from what I watched, it just seemed it didn't have enough. First off, any open world game I'm playing at the time that I can't climb every rock in the world, I couldn't do it.
Well, you couldn't even play Legend of Zelda a week before, do everything you could do, and then try to switch over. You'd be like, wait, no, I want to jump, I want to run, I want to dive, I want to
be able to putting a board on top of an enemy and then getting the little time freeze thing and hitting the board 8 times and watching the enemy fly across the map.
Yeah.
Like just stuff like that. Just
it's like a endless, like you can't go to a game like Horizon Zero Dawn when like you just came out of a game that's like endless physics kind of gameplay where Breath of the Wild just lets you do anything. Like you can jump on a rock and then like time freeze it and then launch into the mountain. So it's like it's like
a
big difference.
It's just too much freedom.
Too much
Like,
freedom.
I don't care if you like the game or not. You just have to respect the fact that it was just a different level above any other game to come out. The only game I think it matches up with gameplay wise is the Phantom Pain for me, because of just the amount of freedom that you get. You can beat all 4 bosses and the last boss in the first like hour and a half of the game if you choose to do that. Like there's no restrictions.
I think that's the main thing with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the fact that you're able to take like it's just one of those things where you got a game that when you first started playing it, it gave you so much freedom that Horizon felt more like a Zelda game than Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild did.
Yeah.
Like Breath of the Wild was so different in what it's used to doing that you start playing Horizon, you're like, oh, this game's hella linear. This is weird. I don't want to do this. I want to go and jump into that city's this, and I want to go fight those lion things with the four hooves. I want to go, you know, like there's so much to do.
I would say like Breath of the Wild is the most unlinear game that's a AAA game that's probably ever was. Like, it's just a new genre of game. Like,
Yeah.
what, I don't know, what would the opposite of linear be? Just completely free roam,
Yeah.
free open world, but like a true open world, you know, not like GTA where you can't really like, you know, scale everything and stuff like that. It's like kind of, yeah.
No, absolutely. I
So,
completely agree.
I think it's one of those things where now that you got Horizon 2, I think anyone who missed out on Horizon 1, it's a perfect time to jump in and play it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun game, yeah.
As much as they never grabbed me, it didn't seem anything different to me, like to make me want to stop everything I was doing in the area I was playing to play it. I did always want to go back to try it, and I definitely will now because I think this trailer and this game look ridiculous.
Mhm.
Like, it looks incredible. Graphics, style. I like that they're at the West Coast now. Like all that.
It's a good story too, because I played it the other day and we were like, I was deep into it. Like, I was really deep, and I genuinely just played the end of it for the story. Like, at a certain point, I just turned the difficulty down. I was like, I just want to see what happens, man. I'm just curious to see what happens. I went to like usually I would skip over little in between storyline pieces, but I was like picking up notes. I was reading the notes. I was listening to these audio files, and the audio files were super interesting. And it was just, you know, it was a different take on the usual post-apocalyptic storyline. And I was like, okay, this is actually like, in my opinion, if this game had a movie, I'd be right there. I'd be like, yo, this is a very unique story that you're not used to seeing. So I found that really cool. Also, shout out to the people in the stream. Hype train going on right now. You got 2 minutes to keep it going. Sorry that we're still focused on the podcast, but you know, that's the life.
It's actually $10 on Amazon for the complete.
Well, there you go.
Nice. Yeah,
Also, there's a
DLC.
there's a DLC I haven't even played in Horizon that I forgot about.
Oh yeah, Frozen Dawn or whatever.
Frozen Tundra.
Whenever
Isles. Yeah.
PC, you will see me playing that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will definitely be playing that.
It's been cheap for a while too, because I got it in like 2018 for like $10 on Black Friday, and I forgot I had it till like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like
it's
that.
a dope game. Pick it up.
Yeah. And then obviously, last but not least, I think we already kind of touched on this in the beginning, but PlayStation 5, the console itself, the interesting looking V triggering disk drive having weird little like multi-mount stand on the bottom thing. Like, it's so like, yeah, you better buy me because I'm cool as shit. like
if I see, like, I don't expect to see this in stores anywhere else, like, because it's not. Imagine this next to a TV or like next to any other console. Like, this looks like something that you see in stores 15 years from now. You know what I mean? It's a very ambitious design choice.
My camera died. That's funny.
Either 15 years from now or 15 years ago.
Exactly. Like, this is the 3D TV cable box.
Yeah.
This is literally either the year 3008 or 1982.
No, it's cool. I think it has like it's growing on me. Like, I'm used to it already.
My thing, I want to see what custom consoles would look like. Like,
yeah, that'd be cool.
I saw some mock-ups, and mock-ups don't equal real life, you know. So, you know, I want to see, because I feel like people are gonna have a hard time designing
customs. Yeah, I don't think they go too hard with the customization of the console, maybe, but I think controllers and maybe just the white outer shell can be like you can print like some sort of design on it, but I don't know, man. Controllers are interesting. They give me like an Xboxy feel, but they still have the PlayStation like uniqueness to it. Didn't expect them to say we have an HD camera, headphones, and the charging dock and the media remote, Because you know what it is? I feel like PlayStation's just good at telling you, hey, we do all that stuff that Xbox does. We just don't have to shove it in your face. Like, hey, this isn't a, you know, like in the sense of this is a multimedia thing for your house, and we want you to be able to sit in the living room and blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, the funny thing is, I think I saw some sort of article where they said the reason that it looks the way it looks is because this is something that they said most gamers play games in their living rooms. And I heard that fact and I was like, I feel like a lot of gamers play in their bedrooms nowadays at their desk, if not on their bed. That's just my opinion.
I think it's a disconnected generation to say that it's in living rooms.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, it's like my I feel like everybody I know that's like 27 plus probably has it in the living room still.
Yeah,
but that's not everybody.
My thing is, unless you're a kid who has to ask your parent for permission to play games, sure, yeah, you probably play in the living room whenever you're allowed. But if you're like any kid who's over the age of, in my opinion, like 13 or 14 or 15, and you play Fortnite, I'm absolutely sure you do not play in your living room.
I feel like either you live on your own and you live on your own and you have like a media center in your living room, or like you said, you're a kid that needs permission to play Fortnite whenever everybody's not watching TV.
Yeah.
Can I
something like that, because they said they went with the really crazy aesthetic because they were like, well, we want this to complement your living room. And I was like, really?
Nobody.
Is this compliments?
I don't know. That's what they said. Someone said, unless your living room is I was watching that on Inside Gaming Daily on YouTube. Yeah, and they said unless your living room is the Starship Enterprise, nobody, like, unless it's a spaceship, no one cares. Honestly, it's gonna look so odd in any other room, or even in your living room. To me, this is like if you leave the store after, because these are gonna sell out immediately. But if you find one on the shelves like the week that it drops and no one bought it, it's like finding a Lamborghini at a lot or something, in my opinion, the way it looks.
What person over 25 would say this looks good? Would say any console looks good in their living room? I don't think any console
but you know, younger demos, older demos, I think that's just where.
Go back real fast. Go back to the console. Try to go pause it on the console.
Okay, hold on.
Only thing that I think looks good in a living room would be like an Atari with like a wooden board or something, you know. Something that looks like a
NJD that has all the accessories and shit.
Okay, hold on.
Cut you off.
Hold
on.
The question is, which one are we getting?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I had another question real fast before we get to that. Do y'all think the controller design and the controller design and the console design complement each other?
No,
I don't think they match.
Not from the angle they're showing it at. I think when they showed the side angle, yes. When they showed the dead on, like middle of the road black with the V, I'm like, no, this doesn't feel right. But
because the PS5 is very sleek, like, I don't know, it's thin, I guess. I don't know, the controller's bulky.
Yeah,
it's got
that slim thick.
In my opinion, everything complements each other except for the controllers and the media remote. The media remote and the controller are the thing that I think fit the best, and everything else is in its own lane.
Yeah, I agree, because the controller's just a weird design. Like, I think like my DualShock 4 matches my PlayStation perfectly, I think. And same with my Xbox controller matches my Xbox console.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Also, I think the ambient light. There's one thing they do have, like, particularly they're designed similarly, but the lighting they chose to go with is like the light comes out of the sides. It like peeks out.
The blue
CI does it on the controller. The blue is on the little
lines.
Yeah, and it does the same thing with the console as well.
Yeah,
I gotta see the person.
In my brain, I'm thinking, what if they had an alternate version where the outer panels of the notebook were black and the inside was white?
Was white. I'd like to see that.
Or even everything that we're looking at reversed, like all those things.
Yeah,
the headphones, the controller, all of it flipped backwards. But I mean, you know, we got what we got. But like Paul said, what are we doing? Digital or disc?
I'm going digital, baby.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to go with the booty. I think I'm going to go with the disc. Just so I can have the option.
I don't know, man.
I think I'm a digital boy because I don't buy discs anymore, and I don't see why. I really don't see the benefit. You're probably gonna save $100 or 50 or 75, and I mean, I would say except for the day one people who purchase it, because I'm sure that's gonna be a shit show trying to download any games. But
one reason specifically I want to get disc is because of backwards compatibility as well. Because there are some games that will be backwards compatible that I do own still on disc form, not digitally, that I'd like to use on my console whenever it comes out. Because I do play my PS4 a lot, some old games as well.
Oh, you know, that's another good question. Do you stop playing your PS4 once you buy this?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
If every game that I play right now is backwards compatible whenever it launches, absolutely. If not, then no.
Because like if I can't play Persona 5 Golden on the PS4 or PS5, it's a no-go for me.
Yeah, there's just certain games that are not confirmed to be backwards compatible yet.
Yeah,
and I'd still like to have the option to play those.
I don't know. I guess I'm just in the mindset that in my brain, because I already have my office set up the way I want, I don't think I'm gonna unplug my PS4 to plug this in. I probably would just plug this in next to everything else, because I genuinely want that digital edition more than I want a disc. And if I really want to play a PS4 game, bruh, I will just turn on one of the, I think 2 PS4s I own. Like,
also, but that depends on if the PS5 games will run better or not. Because I understand. I think PS5 games are supposed to get, because it's gonna. I haven't really read the tech yet, but I'm imagining it's gonna work like emulation does, and some games will work better on PS5, and some might not work better on PS5. But the goal is that whenever you put a PS4 game in or you download a PS4 game, it's supposed to get the enhancements of PS5 of running that game on PS5 tech. You know what I mean? So if that is the case as well, then I want to play them the best way possible. You know, like, but still, I don't know. I am on the same page as you. I don't know if I'm gonna take my PS4 away from where it's at, because I like where it's at, and I don't.
Also, what if it's one of those things where in? Oh, sorry, I went to the wrong. Oh wait. No, I went to the right thing. Also, what if it's one of those things where in transitioning from a console that's got disc to digital, they give you more storage on the digital than they do because of the console?
Potential. There's potential that's going to happen there. But that also depends on how installing disc games even work. Because when you get a disc game now, don't you still have to install it on your PS4?
That's the thing. That's what bothers me. I'm like, why would I buy one with a disc when I'm gonna have to wait for the install time regardless, no matter what?
Yeah.
So to keep GameStop alive. That's why they have the.
I ain't trying to keep GameStop alive. I don't care about that.
On top of that, there needs to be a rehaul of digital game licensing, because I can't let you borrow my digital game. You know, I can't let you borrow my digital game. I can't even. Let's not go to Amazon and buy you a code. I can't gift you a digital game. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't return a digital game, stuff like that. So I feel like there needs to be more a change in digital content, right? Stuff like that. Because one thing I like about getting physical versions is if I buy a game and the homie wants to play it, I can just lob them the game. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that with digital game.
Well,
like, we'll never
can you though? Like, haven't we been able to share like on Steam?
That's like.
No, you can't. Not like the remote play thing works, but no, we can't. Like, you can family share. Family sharing is a thing, but like if me and Gabe don't family share, I can't just like let him borrow my digital version of Horizon 2. You know what I mean?
I'm sure I'm sure they have some sort of like fix for that. Like in my brain, I'm sure like at this stage, I can't imagine they're not thinking, well, if we're gonna sell a digital version, we need to make this as like. We need people to be able to utilize this as best as possible. So I don't know, maybe not. I'm not sure. But
I think for me, it's like
what if it was like a thumb drive code or something? What if they said you could borrow games between thumb drives?
I
That's still. I'd rather just get the game physically.
Man, you might risk scratching it. You ain't gonna scratch no thumb drive.
You get thumb drive. That shit's small.
But you still got the file though. You can never go back on a disc. I don't know, but I'm just considering it. Honestly, I'm just looking at the two. Aesthetically, I want the digital. I don't care for the bulky little put a what's it called slot in. Plus, I don't even. It's one of the things where, no disrespect, I don't share games with anybody. I don't share games with any of y'all, and not even in that sense. But even like, I don't have like, even my brother does. My brother doesn't even play video games enough for him to be like, hey man, can I borrow some game? He plays like 2 games, Fortnite.
One more thing
and 2K.
Well. Hold on, I just saw something else. Whenever you own a digital game on PlayStation, let's say your internet goes out or the servers are down, don't you get kicked out after an hour of playtime because they can't register the license you have?
Yeah, some games.
What if PSN servers go down on the PS5 and I can't play any of my games?
Ooh, is that a possibility?
Yeah, I remember when the Sony when they went down a few months ago, I couldn't play any of my digital games.
If the game's installed, really?
They have to register your license.
Oh, damn. And wait, but that's something you can avoid if you have the physical?
Yes.
All right, well, I'll get the physical then, guys. Whatever. No big deal. No,
I'm not
no biggie. No big deal. I guess I get it. It just looks stupid. It looks like it's doing the hula dance. I don't like it.
I completely understand. I don't like it.
It looks like shaking them hips.
If they were to do a rehaul of digital licensing, then I would no contest probably get a disc, or I'd be more considerable to discless. But there's too many things that come with it. Like if my internet goes out, or if the Sony servers are down and I can't play my games for longer than an hour.
Longer than an hour, that's the cap.
That's kind of weird.
I feel it. Well, personally, I think that might be the end of us doing this podcast. I feel like we got all of our feelings out. I know that I think people had questions, but I feel like we kind of answered them while we were going. But if you guys want to shoot us a few quick ones towards the back end of this,
go.
You got 13 minutes because this footage is gonna have to end it before the hour.
Lightning round.
But I think as a total, if we're gonna give just like our own scores, and I think we did this earlier. I know we did this earlier, but I still score this like for Sony specifically in the last 2 years. I'm just like, yo, this is like a 9.5 out of 10. I would say 10 out of 10, honestly, because I don't have any complaints.
I'm at 10.
I'm at a 10.
I'm a 9.
I think I'm a 9 too.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did the damn thing. Personally, I'm just like, yo, honestly, you waited strategically. You sat back and chilled out. You got ahead of Microsoft. Now they're playing chicken with you. Not that matters in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I mean, it does. There, even though that whole like gamer rivalry is still stupid, it is a real thing, and I'm sure that even execs at Sony and Microsoft are like, they're selling more units. Yeah, because even though it doesn't matter, but to some people it does. But at the end of the day, I think PlayStation really killed it with this one.
You want to do a price guess?
Sure. You want to go first, or Gabe go first? Gabe, you go.
Okay.
Gabe, you got it.
I think digital is gonna be $4.99. I think disc is gonna be $5.99.
Okay, I was thinking digital is going to be $5.50, and then the disc one is going to be $6.
Only $5.50, a $50 difference.
Yeah,
It costs a lot of money to make them disc drives, boy.
What do you got, JD?
Just because I feel like inflation is a thing. Like the PlayStation 4 wasn't it? Oh, no, it was 4. It was 4. Was it 400 or 499?
No, it's 400.
It was 400. Dang, they got over with that. That was like or they didn't go over, but it's just like in the sense of like that was good marketing, because I think Xbox was 499, right? 500.
yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like the way that Sony is kind of like they're peacocking right now. They got their feathers out and they just like, we sexy.
Keep in mind they're packing a lot of technology into this thing.
I personally think they go up, man. I think they might hit you with. I think they're gonna catch some people off with a 650, 700.
Y'all tripping?
No.
What?
They know what people are paying.
I know
for
it's
PCs.
not 650 for digital, 700. I think 700 and 600 personally.
I got 3 points to make. Few points. I think
y'all saying hell no, but y'all buy iPhones for $1,000. What you mean?
But that's a computer in your hand.
What is this? A computer in your living room?
But this is a computer.
This is a Lambo in your living room.
All right, look.
But no brakes.
I'm 10 toes down on this. I've been this since they first announced the consoles. $500 for disc and $450 for discless, if that. And I'm just explaining to you why. One, if you were alive in 2013 or 2012, you remember what happened when Sony dropped the PS3 for $600.
Flex, I remember.
And them boys tanked. It was bad. They took losses. They took losses on that. It was awful. They flipped it around, lowered it, got back on their feet a few years later, ended up selling more consoles than the Xbox 360.
Okay. Yeah.
PS5, hold on. PS5.
Sorry.
Here's the thing with consoles. People don't really think about this very much. The PS
3
consoles are sold are at a loss, right? Consoles are not sold. It works like a restaurant. It works like it's any regular business. Consoles, the luxury product, whenever they're initially sold, are sold cheaper than what they cost to make, because that's not where their money's at. Their initial money is with games and subscription services, because everybody's gonna get PlayStation Plus, and they get a constant licensing fee for every game that's sold. Not even just their first party studios. Every game that's sold through it, they get a licensing fee. So they're gonna get their bread from games and services. You can look up PS4 price at launch, and it'll tell you that they were sold at a lot. It cost way more. It cost way more than $4 to make a PS4. But they sold it at that to get people in, to drag them in. Then they make their money back years later. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I think that it's gonna go at $500 for the disc, because and $450 for the discless, because the disc drive does cost a bit extra to put in there. They know better, because not only do they know that the average working person, if they would have put out a $600, then just get a PC at that point. Like the average working person is not going to drop that much on a console. But on top of that, they gotta worry about parents, worry about kids. Hey, let's rewind time. Ask any of your mamas for $600 to buy a video game console.
Right now. Listen, I know what you're saying. All your points make a lot more sense now that I'm thinking about it. But regardless of thinking about it, I think now I can come to the conclusion that that's why this thing's so ugly, because it's so cheap. It's made with all this cheap ass, ugly ass plastic. And they was like, man, we about to make a steal off of these looking like a Kleenex box. Off of all these old Netgear router fans, all these old Netgear.
That's that swap market.
Looking like a goddamn. Look at me. I look like one right now.
Yeah, this shit does look like they picked this shit up at
looking like a horse with blinders, old ass. So I feel you on that. And you know what? I want to say I only went high bid just because I think it's one of those things where considering it compared to like a to a phone, I just don't understand the concept of I'll buy a phone for this much, but I won't buy a video game console for this much, when in my opinion that gives you a lot more joy. But I do understand the economics of it all and the capitalism of it, and the difference between a computer in your pocket and you can go everywhere with it and whatnot. So with that being said, yeah, definitely $700 would ruin everything.
And the phone's on a plan as well. Most of the time the phone's on a plan.
True.
So you're not paying that.
I pay it straight up.
Well,
yeah.
You have the choice too.
Okay, Paul.
You can choose.
Big baller.
Yeah, thanks. Straight up. Also,
Young King.
The cameras they put in phones and the processors and like
I get that.
For, like brand stuff like that.
So my thing is, if that's the case, I'd actually definitely got to retract that, because after we just gave this presentation so much praise, it would be the dumbest thing in the world for them to go that high. I'm aware of that.
Especially with the current situation of everybody's pockets right now with coronavirus.
True.
Happening.
Everything above I think anything above 500 is ludicrous.
And
right?
I was gonna say you're probably right. If anything, they might. Well, I was gonna say, you said, what did you say the numbers were? 500 and 450.
500 for disc and 450 for discless.
I feel like low key they could get away with the discless one being the exact same price as the PS4, $400, and just say $399 and just it would be even better if they said 350. But like, I'm not saying they will.
I don't.
I mean, I don't know.
It's between 4 and 5. It's somewhere in between there.
I mean, honestly, it's
wouldn't be surprised.
all it is a binder. I have we all have PS4s in our old backpacks. Binder.
Speaking of $599, can we just mention the 380s RTX is probably coming out around that same price?
Shut your dumb ass.
No, Gabe.
The 380, the
370s,
the 380 Ti's. Y'all, what y'all got? Y'all got 280 Ti's, right? Or
I got 2080 in mine, but like when that came out, that was $700.
Yeah, but the 370s, I think I got that for like $499.
And y'all be buying those dead stock too, clowns.
No, I don't. I bought mine on Black Friday. What you talking about?
Look, listen to me. Your boy's still rocking the 1080 Ti. So when I upgrade, it's actually gonna be worth it.
No ray tracing. Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, my ray tracing these balloons in the background. All right, man. Let's wrap this up because this is a 3-hour podcast. I would hate to hear all of this and not enjoy it. I'm sure people will though. All right. So
hold on. For minutes, I'll ask a very poignant question.
Oh, sorry. We had questions. Let me get here. Knock 2 or 3 out.
Should I get a fully spec'd out MacBook Pro or build a PC? What are you trying to do with it?
What are you doing with it? Are you?
If you're doing graphic design, utility, production, lifestyle stuff, get a Mac. If you want a game, get a PC.
You know what? I thought you were gonna say a PC for that first group of stuff because you can do the same on a PC.
You can, but it's much more streamlined than what.
Well, yeah, Apple's an ecosystem. If you're into the ecosystem, if you want that to be a part of your creative process, if you want to easily airdrop files to yourself, because that's what I like to do, you got to pick and choose. Like I think anything relating to streaming, gaming, content creating, personally, I would get a PC, like a good PC, and then you can just you can do it all in one shot, like we're doing right now through OBS.
Or if you don't like what you have, you can always upgrade easily.
Yeah, and then my thing is if you're like maybe maybe a entrepreneur, soul entrepreneur, maybe you just want to edit some videos, film some things, edit it quickly, and also share it quickly. I would say get a laptop and whatever one is capable of doing it, and get an external SSD, and then go with that.
Depending on what you're doing, you might not even need both. You might just need an iPad with an Apple Pencil.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
also,
it just depends on what you're doing, really. Like anything, like JD said, anything gaming related, don't get a Mac.
Yeah, it's just you can't do nothing with it. You just can't do anything with it. Trust me. I used to stream on Boot Camp on a dusty ass laptop, but it's not that dusty. I still have it.
If you want to design and stuff like that, I'd say to stay on Apple because there's just so much compatibility there.
Yeah. Also, let's try to keep these questions focused on what we're doing.
PS5,
yeah. Let's
PS4,
if they're not PS5 questions, I want to wrap this up because it's already too long. But
Jacob Floor asked one. It's like, are we getting Xbox or PS5 or just one or the other?
I'm getting both.
I'm getting both.
Both eventually.
I'm gonna get both.
Gabe,
I like to have both.
Not day one though, but eventually. I'm getting PS5 first, and then the Xbox later.
I'm day one. Sorry, my bad.
Mostly because they already said like Halo's going to be on PC day one, so there's no point.
I'm getting none. Next question.
I'm day one both because I create content. It's that simple. Like if I wasn't doing the stuff that I do, I probably could wait it out too. And then I just want to wrap up. Yeah, and I just want to wrap up. On this last one from Ali saying, "What are some announcements besides God of War that you are hoping for, and what does Xbox need to show besides Halo to come back hard?" That's a good one. I would say, yeah, definitely God of War. I wasn't surprised we didn't get that because when did that come out? 2017?
Like a year ago.
It wasn't a year ago. It was 2018 or 2017?
2019.
Yeah.
No, God of War?
That's not coming out for a while.
I played Spider-Man after God of War. Spider-Man was in 2018, so God of War was early 2018?
Yeah, those like a couple months after each other, was back-to-back bangers.
So I don't know.
It's like April.
I don't know. And I guess the only game that I thought might have gotten some sort of notoriety if they wanted to would be a new Infamous, because they launched with Infamous 2.
Yeah, they got Ghost of Tsushima right now. So
they got Ghost of Tsushima. They still got Last of Us. There's a lot of stuff that they got. So I don't know if there was anything specifically that I didn't see that I was expecting. I mean, I was considering maybe Killzone, but because their Guerrilla Games is doing Horizon, I understand that they're putting it on the back burner because I don't think Killzone did great numbers on the launch of the PS4 anyway. And then Xbox got to come. Yeah, and then I don't know about y'all, but Xbox, I don't know what they can do. They got to give me. What do you guys say?
Fable.
Fable's good. Fable's good, but I don't. But it's one of those things where I'm talking about a seller. You're not selling consoles with Fable.
Well,
solo.
They have Halo for sure, but like, for me, it's like they bought all those new studios recently, so I want to see what those new studios are working on.
Yeah.
So it's not like standard IPs that they have; it's the stuff that they're making and haven't announced yet, which I'm curious about.
New Banjo-Kazooie would be dope.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. They're not doing that.
What do you mean?
They're not going to do that. It's going to be trash if they do it.
What was the question again?
Basically, what did PlayStation not show you that you were maybe expecting, and what can Xbox do to come back?
I wasn't expecting anything less than I got from this show, because they have another show they're gonna do in August.
Yeah,
PlayStation is.
Oh so and Xbox has a July.
This was like this is low key the appetizer. Like,
you think
they still have more to show us?
God damn!
Coming.
This summer about to be lit. Stay inside, kids. Stay safe.
Xbox, okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people have already pre-decided what they're doing. It doesn't matter at this point. I think Xbox, for me, a lot of people are going to count them out already because of the mistake they made last month or a few months ago, and with how great this show Sony had. I think Xbox has a great opportunity to not really win over anybody, just keep their foot more in the ground than they already have, and stand tall on what they already do. Because, like Paul said, and I wanted to mention this, they bought like 8 studios 2 E3s ago, or last E3, and they have shown nothing from them except like Hellblade. That's it. So they have an opportunity to show 7 new exclusive games purely to Xbox that nobody has really. It was actually Hellblade and Paul, help me. What was that multiplayer game that came out from the guys that made a different game? It was the cartoony Overwatch kind of game with the melee character.
Yeah. On Xbox?
It was from Ninja Theory, right? It was from Ninja Theory.
It's new, but no, it's out. It came out and just nobody played it.
It was ass. I don't know what it was called though. So Ninja Theory has brought a game out, and the guys that Hellblade and Reveal have got games, but they still have plenty of stuff. I think that's a good thing for Xbox, is they've shown essentially nothing. So we have Bleeding Edge, thank you, King. They have shown essentially nothing from what they have in the chamber. Besides Halo, they haven't shown anything AAA. They haven't shown anything, even deals they have with third-party companies, because I'm sure they have been exclusive with some, because like Sony has a game with Square Enix and some others. I think that Xbox probably has some deals with some major AAA companies that we haven't seen yet, maybe Square Enix, maybe Ubisoft, anybody along those lines. But I think Xbox has a great opportunity here to just show us great new things that we've never seen before, that we have no hint of, no rumors, no leaks. I don't have any idea what's coming from their show.
That's what I'm excited about,
and that's worrisome, but it also excites me. It excites me because I have genuinely no idea besides potential developers and potential ideas. They have great opportunities with those teams that they bought, that they have, and even things that we don't know about. So yeah. I think they have a chance.
They have a chance
to change the narrative.
As a fan of Xbox, I need a 20-minute Halo 6 demo. And I need them to come correct with launch date, pricing, and it's got to be good, if not cheaper than PS5. So it's one of them things where it's like, look, Xbox, you already flubbed with the name. The name was trash. I don't like the Series X name because I don't understand what it means. And it's like, yo, just start with Xbox One. Start with Xbox One, Xbox 2, 3. You could have just had a nice, whatever the word I'm trying to use, smooth transition between consoles. But now it's like, I don't even know what we're buying. It feels like we're buying different like timelines of Xboxes. I'm not sure. So just
that's like the plan, you know.
I guess
like Apple, how they do iPhone or MacBook.
But I don't like
More
that.
so-
I don't
more
like that
so.
either. I don't like MacBook Airs compared to MacBook Pros compared to iPhone S's to iPhone XEs. It's too much. Keep that same continuity, and you can have the same type of whatever longevity like PlayStation, in my opinion. You know, like Nintendo knows to always call their games the Nintendo whatever, Nintendo that, Nintendo this, Nintendo this. Xbox is going all over the place, in my opinion. I don't know, but
They should just call it Xbox. It'd just be so much simpler.
or just call it
Just
the
call it
box.
Xbox.
I don't know.
Xbox 2020, Xbox.
It's just like it's
2022.
one of those things where when they made the 360, I'm like, oh, are they gonna go with a 720 next? And it's like, no, they're gonna call it something weird again.
Xbox One.
They're gonna call it the One, which doesn't make any sense.
It did. It does make sense.
In what sense?
Because they wanted it to be the one media device that you had. Dude, that's back in the Don Metric TV. Use your Connect to watch TV.
And you saw how well that went. So that's what I'm trying to say.
The box and had Roddy Ricch perform at their show.
Yeah. I just want to hit with the box and lit with the box. And the MCA claimed. All right, y'all. Let's wrap this up. Everyone who watched it live, we appreciate you. My boys, Gabriel, Balvin, Jonesimus. Let the people know where they can find you, and I'll do my intros and outros for the audio podcast later.
All right, I guess I'll go first. My name is Paul. You can find me on everything at Jonesimus Prime.
Stop it, Gabe. Stop it. Let him do his outros. Also, Paul, you're part of the podcast every time, so you could just tell people my descriptions are my information's in the descriptions below.
Descriptions down below.
Yeah, all Jonesimus Prime. Balvin.
I'm Lord Balvin. I'm a content creator, as they call me.
Hey.
You
Game changer.
You can find me under every alias, every platform is Lord Balvin. I stream. I do a lot of news and very unapologetic speaking on Twitter. And I'm a thought on Instagram. So
there it is.
If you want thoughty Balvin, go to Instagram. If you want opinionated Balvin, go to Twitter. And if you want me in my rare form, go to Twitch.
Yes,
or
sir.
go to his OnlyFans.
Dance 10 o'clock. Gabe.
Demon time.
I'm Gabe Galt. You can find me on social media at Gabe Galt. I already see the chat plugging it up. Those are my boys. Help me get to 17K. I'm almost there.
Chill out.
You can see me do dope art. You can see me. I'm a full-time artist. Mess with me.
Why y'all do y'all outros like this is blackpeoplemeet.com? why hey, what's up? My name is
Paul.
JD aka J Delicious, and I just want to say all right, also that's not the end of the stream. I'm just ending this portion of what we're doing. So let me stop recording. Thank you all for watching this episode. It'll be up on, well, you know me, JD, runJDrun. We're on twitch.tv/runJDrun, youtube.com/runJDrun. Be sure to watch the video podcast, and I will outro that there and hit you all with that audio outro. Or maybe I should just do the audio intro right now. Please get those off my screen. Let me do this real quick. Hey, y'all, that's it. And with that being said, you know what to do. Follow the podcast on anchor.fm/JD and PaulCast. Links are in the description below. You can support. You can also see it live on YouTube, or live to tape, whatever you want to call it, on youtube.com/runJDrun. And hey, for those who are here live and for those who are listening to this later, leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts and whatever platforms you can, because that bumps us up in the algorithm that gets you viewed and have your podcast seen more. So if you enjoyed this, it would be great if you could go leave us a review. I'm talking to you, all 236 of you in the chat right now. Open up your iPhones and leave me a funny review. 5 stars if you can. If you want to leave lower stars, that's understandable. All right, that's it. We appreciate it. And I'm going to wrap it there. Peace.